Salute everybody. Friday night. Happy Friday night. Today's my day off from work. I'm so excited to go back to work tomorrow. Said nobody ever. But how's everybody doing on this lovely Friday night? Obviously, none of y'all have dates or not. Y'all want to be on my live with y'all. That's okay. I'm not dating in the States either, man. I'm good, bro. Like, I see the way some women behave at my job, and I'm like, I'm good. I'm so good, bro. I'm so good. But anyways, I think everybody we've been seeing what's going on in Sosua DR. We saw what happened with Flip Flop. I'm pretty sure some people saw what happened, and I'm pretty sure we saw what happened also in. Are they doing anything new in Colombia? No, I don't think so. But I know DR is trying to like clean up their act. Or in Sosua they are and shit, man. But it's gonna be an open panel, man. You know me. I don't really like to like talk by myself or whatever. I haven't done the life in a minute, man. I've just been so busy with work and shit. But uh He got into an altercation about 3 days ago. Man, he almost lost his life. Like the guy put a machete on him. But it's not the first time. I remember like a year ago. Like, didn't somebody pull up on his live? I think Flip Flop had a live, and then a guy pulled up on him. Something about him pulling a bat on the dude's brother, and during an argument over traffic or something like that, over a heated argument, road rage, I guess you want to say. So this is not the first time Flip Flop has gotten into like with somebody. I would say that he's lucky that the guy, the other guy stopped the dude with the knife or whatever, because like Flip Flop was already exhausted, man. Like if you watch that video, he was like out of breath, holding himself. Like it was not a good look for somebody that's been there for such a long time, man. But anyway, salute, Passport Blue, salute, salute.
Yeah, well, I didn't hear you when I was just changing. Go, what happened to Flip Flop?
So he had an altercation like 3 days ago. I don't know too much of the details, but I think Razor Ace had the video, and I saw the video on somebody else's channel as well. I don't know what started it, but I know that the guy pulled a knife on Flip Flop, I think, and Flip Flop like grabbed the chair or something like that. But man, the guy was like super lucky, because when he fell down, the guy could have came after Flip and stabbed him up if he wanted to. But I don't know what started the altercation, but that's not the first time that he's been into like trouble with a local and shit. So
Damn.
yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
glad he's okay, man.
yeah. I'm glad he's okay too, but man, he was just bad. Well, I know that I don't know if you have Big J, but Big J did a response video like Wednesday. I was laughing my ass off. I think it might have took the video down though, the live, but Big J did a response about it, and Flip Flop pulled up, and man, he was just cooking him the whole time. Like as soon as Flip Flop pulled up, he's like, "What's up, Lego head?" Just like started insulting the man. Didn't pretty much let him talk for shit, man, but just. I mean, Flip Flop took it for a few minutes, I guess like 10, 15 minutes. He just had enough, and he ended up just like getting off the panel and shit. But I guess like he was trying to explain the situation of what happened, but
Yeah, but that and see, that's what we got to stop. We can't be ragging on dudes like that, because it's like, that's a life and death situation that he was in, man, and that could have ended up bad. That was no need to be, ragging on the brother like that, man. I'm just glad he's okay.
yeah, same here. I think personally, he's lucky, man. He just, it could have ended pretty badly for that dude, but it's just, he got lucky, man. He got lucky, man. That's all I gotta say, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad he's okay. I don't know the dude, but I'm just, like I said, I'm
Yeah, I
glad he's
don't know him either, but I just saw that video. I was like, man, he just, it was a bad look from on his part, man. Because that's not the first time. I know Riff Flip did like a live like a year ago, or maybe longer. I don't know when it was, man. And the guy pulled up on his live, like he started talking a lot of shit to him, man. Razor Ray's doing lives every day. Yeah, Razor Rays has a good channel. That's he's supposed to be doing lives like that. But yeah, I think definitely like I never liked that. I went one time, 2020. I think when I went, I think it was like before COVID, and I thought it was lame. I didn't find none of the girls there attractive, and to me, it wasn't my style. I was there for 2 days and I left. I was like, yeah, I'm good, man. Uh, I feel like some of the people that go to that zone are a little bit shady, anyways. But I don't know. Like I think DR is kind of like becoming like Miami. They just want to clean up that shit. They don't want those type of people going over there no more. It seems like it. They're doing the same thing that Miami did the last 2 years, where they kind of just like cancel spring break. They're like, nah, we don't want y'all guys over here no more. As a matter of
yeah.
fact, I don't even think they had Memorial Weekend this year. I think they canceled it as well.
I don't think uh, I don't think a lot of people traveling anymore because of these tariffs, or the job market and stuff. It's just horrible right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is, man. It is.
And I'm, like I said, I haven't been focusing on that. I've been focusing. I'm doing an internship now. I'm getting things set up with that, and I won't travel till I have to go back to renew my residency card to Mexico. Outside of that, I don't really have any major travel plans. Outside of just probably going back and forth to Mexico, just finding a spot, and that's it. I'm not really focusing on doing any extensive travels. I may be, like I said, getting like I've been telling people, I may be getting rid of this channel. I'm gonna working on a new channel right now, possibly two. Um, but traveling, like I said, it doesn't seem like it's a big thing anymore. It's starting to die down. It's starting to die out because a lot of, I don't see a lot of people pushing it. Even like, myself, you're busy with your thing that, then you got QB. He's kind of out of the game right now. I'm starting to see a lot of people just not pushing shit anymore. This whole travel thing anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I want to be here for a while. I mean, I had like reserved the Airbnb for Rio for Carnival next year, but I got the one where I can cancel. And I think by November, if I don't decide then, I want to just probably cancel. Like, I think I want to just stay here for a few months and rack up my investments, stack up some money. Shout out to Sheldon the Blind Traveler. He's in, well, now he's back now. He got a job as well. And I was telling him, yeah, bro, I'm gonna just be working for a while. And he said the same thing too. I was like, bro, like I don't, when I start traveling again, like this year and last year, I was like on a budget, man. I don't like that shit, bro. That's why I was like, bro, I'd rather just not travel for 7 months. And when I go again, I have like a nice place. Like I actually found my old apartment that I used to stay at in Medellin. I stayed there for like 1 month a few years ago, but I had like a private jacuzzi, a nice little place. Um, Man, just everything's super expensive now. Like I just think the landlords have gotten super greedy. Like even the apartments that I've stayed at before, they raised the rent by 100 or 150. And I mean, I was looking at an apartment that had a super beautiful view in Medellin, and it was like, what was it, like 3,000 for the whole month? I started laughing, like, and it's a good apartment, but I was like, damn, dude, like, fuck, dude, like this is like Miami prices, bro. Like this is what you would pay like for, because I had a friend that had a condo or an apartment in Brickell, and it had like a view of the city when he was paying about 3,000. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, this is like my. That's what I was saying. Like, this is like Miami prices.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing.
Miami price because this is like 2017. Obviously, that was almost like 10 years ago. But technically speaking, there's no way that a country in Latin America should be charging you that much for a fucking apartment. Shit,
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm kind of like, right now, just focusing on work, banking up some money so I can get the condo over in whatever country. More likely, it's going to be Mexico. I just got to figure out where in Mexico I want to settle at because there's a bunch of places I'm looking at. So I just have to figure out where. And that's what I'm going to kind of focus on right now. Trying to get multiple. I'm still going to try to shoot for multiple residencies and stuff like that. But right now, I just got to start settling down. The travel thing is just. I even looked at airfares in Mexico. They gone up.
Yeah, I mean, like I actually submitted my paperwork officially this week for my citizenship, and it's a process that's like 6 months to a year. So I'm just like I said, I want to be here for a minute for like six. I think the earliest I might bounce is maybe like the end of March because the World Cup tickets go on sale next month. So I want to buy some of them, and I'm definitely gonna go see a game in the Mexico. So I'll probably be out of here by maybe like March or April. Whenever I get my income tax or whatever, like I'll probably end up getting in a Feb, and it's like from there. March, and I'll probably just end up just bouncing from there, bro. Like, but I went shopping the other day and I bought clothes, and I was like, damn, it's so expensive. Everything's so expensive in the States, bro. Like I have to get used to the money and shit. I'm just like, fuck, dude. Like, bro, I'm on a damn diet and I'm still spending a lot of money at the grocery store, man. What's up with that? Like,
Dude,
I'm
shit, don't tell me
intermediate
about it,
fasting and I'm
bro.
still spending like $100 a week. What the fuck, man?
Dude, man, I'm over here freaking like doing the same thing, man. I'm like trying to keep the weight down and stuff, and I really gotta just push my weight loss big time because I really.
Intermediate fasting. I'm still, and like I'm buying like the healthy shit. I'm buying like natural orange juice, no like preservatives, like no sugar, natural coconut. And I'm just like buying like salads and then meats once in a while because I want to build muscle too. I just want to get skin and bone and shit, dude. But I dropped a lot of weight. I'm almost at 150, 151 already. So I think the most I would want to get down is like 3 or 4 more pounds. After that, I start stuffing like proteins and shit like that. But I still have like a little pot belly, and I'm like, damn, where's my fat leaving at? Like I'm dropping weight, but my stomach is still the same. Fuck.
Yeah, man.
Like I'm on a fucking fat. I'm on the last like 2 months. I've been on like on an intermediate fasting, meaning I eat in the morning and in the afternoon I eat one more, and then at night I'll just eat like fruits, like strawberries or some shit that doesn't really like put a lot of like calories in your body. And I'm still spending $100. I'm like, fuck. And shit, if I actually like start building muscle, where I start eating like a lot of protein, because you have to eat a lot of protein to build muscle. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna spend like another $50, like at least 150 a week now instead of 100, easily, easily,
Yeah,
man.
September I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna get my ass back in the gym and stuff, and start working harder and harder to
Yeah.
just
But
get the
the good
muscle.
part is like if you do intermediate fasting, you'll save a lot of money at first. Maybe like the first 3 months, you'll be like, all right, and then but then once you start trying to bulk up, I don't know what your style is, but I'm right now like the next month I want to start to bulk up. But let me add Buck right here. My bad for I probably saw you.
Buck, buck, buck.
Hey man, salute to the panel, man. Salute Ulysses, salute Passport Blueprint, man. What's the word?
Did you see the video with Flip Flop, bro?
Oh man,
You saw it or no?
I saw it, man. I was,
Oh,
I
okay.
was, I was, man. Man, I don't know what you said, man. He was, I mean,
He's
it's,
lucky, right? He's a lucky dude, right?
and his other dude was another tourist dude, right? He wasn't Dominican, right?
No, I think he was Dominican. Yeah, he was Dominican.
Oh, that was a Dominican dude. I thought he
Mhm.
was a tourist. Oh, okay. See, this is why you should not fight the locals, because like you don't have that home field advantage anymore. It's like you should always just escalate every situation. Just avoid problems, avoid fights. Walk away. If somebody's trying to say something to you and all that, and try to just it's like you're in their country, so it's like can be behave in a certain way. But man, it's crazy, man. It's so
I'll
hopefully.
ask you your opinions about Bug. What do you think? Do you think that these countries are trying to get rid of like the foreigners, like the certain aspects, like the guys that are mongers specifically?
I mean, they know they can't like per se get rid of it,
But
but
they're
they can,
trying to like
but
minimize it,
what they can do is regulate it. What
regulate
they
it.
can
Yeah.
regulate the women. So what they can do is regulate the women. Once you get rid of the women, I mean, these tourist type of dudes are not gonna come. It's just like here in welfare. If you get rid of the welfare incentives for the illegals that's coming into the country, they're not going to come into the country anymore. The illegals I'm talking about. So and when you remove birthright citizenship, is getting rid of incentive for them to come over here. Is the same thing abroad. If you get rid of the girls and the nightclubs and all that, that's going to prevent the dudes from going there. So you see what I'm saying? It's like the incentives that they're getting rid of. And I'm talking about the girls, the nightlife, and all that. They're getting rid of those because they know once those go away, these dudes are not gonna go to those countries.
But the girls that are going to like Sasua that work in Sasua, ever since I went there like 5 years ago, I thought they were trash. It's not like they're like top notch. Like the
Yeah,
good
but I
looking
mean,
girls have.
yeah. I mean, this applies to Colombia as well. They're trying to minimize that nightlife thing. That girls walking away, walking in. What they're gonna do is they're gonna regulate the shit out of that shit. They're gonna keep it in a secluded area in the buildings, in the brothels, which is gonna remove, like I said, is gonna remove the incentives from these monger type dudes coming to these countries. So I'm saying, you see what I'm saying? They can't prevent those dudes from going to those countries, like per se, like physical prevent. What they can do is they can get rid of the incentives. So once you get rid of the, like I said, the hookers and all that, these dudes are not gonna come over there.
I don't know because I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna just keep it. They're just gonna put it more underground,
Yes. Yep. That's what I
and
said.
then they're gonna find a way to get to that underground source.
Yeah.
That's what I think is gonna
Yeah.
happen.
That's what I said. It's like they're gonna keep it in a secluded areas. Like you see what I'm saying? So like they're gonna keep it within the brothel. So the families, like I said, the Dominican Republic is one of the most visited Latin American countries and Caribbean countries. I mean, after Mexico, I think DR is number two. And DR government, they know that they want to get certain kind of tourists. They want to get families to this. They don't want a bunch of hookers walking away, walking in the strip, bunch of dudes, chasing after the hookers. They don't want that. What they want is they want to, like pretty much look like want the place look like like Key West. Like they want a tourist friendly location. You see what I'm saying? It's like So it's just the structure change. Somebody in the chat said it's legal in Colombia, and Buck is right. They're trying to keep. Yep, that's what I'm saying. Prostitution is in Colombia's constitution. It's literally written in Colombia's constitution. It says prostitution is legal. So they can't 100% prevent that. 100, they can't. What they can do is prevent the girls from being outside all day, walking around and all that. While I'm talking to you guys, man, I'm looking at places to go, man. I'm drunk, so who knows where I'm gonna be going, man. You might see me in Bora Bora, you might see me in Fiji Islands, you might see me in. I'm just telling you, tonight I'm drunk. I'm booking a flight. I don't know where I'm gonna go. Morocco. Like I said, it's like Algeria. I might go. Who knows where I'm gonna be going, man. But go ahead. But I'm spitting facts. Like, you see what I'm saying? So like what they're doing is, like I said, they're trying to get rid of the incentives from those kind of tourists, man, from going up there. You see what I'm saying? It's like, let me tell you this, Passport Blueprint and Ulysses. Even if it's a legal prostitution, no country in this world wants to be known for that.
Yeah. Like Costa Rica, like for example, what happened with what's his name? Cuba Dave. Yeah.
Cuba Dave is like, you see what I'm saying? It's like he got locked up, and it's like no country in this world wants to be known for that kind of activity. It's the ultimate disrespect when a foreign person comes to your country and start promoting that shit on YouTube and all that. That's a disrespect. I don't care if it's legal. Imagine somebody, Ulysses and Passport Blueprint. Imagine somebody from Germany just came to the U.S. and start promoting prostitution in the U.S. and legal, and all that, bro. You think the local people wouldn't even accept that shit? They would be like, "Yo," and he probably get charged because that shit is legal in the United States. But he would get even severe charge because he's promoting that shit. Like just like Cuba Dave, what happened to him is not the prostitution itself that got him; it's the promoting aspect that got him. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, and once you involved in that kind of activity, you pretty much fend for your own self, because the embassy is not going to bail you out. Because once they find out what kind of activity you're involved with, they will be like, "Oh, we ain't got nothing to do with this." What they're going to do is like just give you resources, and that's about it.
Let's see, here's the problem with that. In certain countries, prostitution, the age limit. Well, the age is, it's under the age of 18, which is like in the U.S. U.S. citizens still can't mess with that shit, because if the U.S. government finds out, that's 30 years. You can't mess with anybody under the age of 18, even when you're overseas.
Yeah, for the local, man, it's legal. That's the thing.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't understand. In the age of consent in some of these countries is 14, 15, 16,
Mm-hmm.
You might see a 38 years old Brazilian man with a 16 years old chick. That's legal in that country. However, it's not legal for you as an American citizen to do the same thing. Even though if it's legal, the U.S. laws, guys, I'm telling you guys, the U.S. laws still apply overseas to you guys. You see what I'm saying? Just like, so it's like you just gotta follow, follow the rules. And here's another thing that can go wrong. A lot of these guys in the space, they don't ask for these chicks' IDs. They don't check it. They don't verify it. They don't take pictures of the chick's ID. They just pick up any girl they know. They don't even know the girl. So they're like, what kind of girl, age, whatever. They just pick it up. It's like, and that's like, you don't want to be that kind of person.
Well, I was gonna say, did you see the live that Big J did like 2 days ago, Buck?
Oh yeah, him and Flip going at it, man.
He's like, "What's up, Lego head?" Oh my god.
Oh yeah, man. Dude.
I feel bad for Flip. Like he looked like he wanted to like cry and shit. I was like, "Damn."
Yeah. Big J, man.
Big J was just like fucking like. Ugh.
I mean, who you think is in the right, Big J or Flip? I mean,
I think Big J kind of lost control, bro.
Okay.
I would say he lost control. I think he had a lot to say on his chest, and it was kind of like his way of letting it go. But I think it's over petty shit, nothing important. So I think he should just let Flip Flop have his say. He didn't let Flip Flop explain himself at all and shit, dude.
Yeah.
What's
So
up, Aaron?
Ulysses, let me
Yo,
ask you this quick question, Ulysses. I mean, for a first timer in Brazil, is it what's the other city? What's the other beach city after Rio? Is another beach city? I forgot.
Lorna,
Or passport blueprint. You can answer this as well.
are you
I
talking
think
about
Fortaleza is in the north.
Fortaleza, is Fortaleza a good for a first timer?
Um, Damn. Actually, I would say Rio is better because there's more resources for foreigners. Like they have the language exchanges that you could go to, and you might be able to meet some local Brazilians, and that could show you around. I've met a lot of women from Brazil in those local exchanges, like from different states of the country, and so it's always been useful for me because I just it's like to me the language exchange is pretty much as networking. Let's say like you're a businessman and you want to network your business or you want to propose to it. That's the way of doing it to them, the language exchange, because you go there and you meet like people, not just women but men as well. Like so you kind of get your feet wet and you kind of get the idea of how the culture is like, and you just start drinking with people and you make acquaintances. I met some good friends there in those places. So it just depends on the person because not everybody wants to be in a group of people, right? So it just depends on.
Okay. So another question is is Bahia de Juca the best place to stay first timer?
I've just always stayed in Copacabana. No, I would say first time I would say Ipanema. That's where you got the best apartments.
But Bahia de Juca looks new though. It looks like a
Mm,
nicely.
it's a little further out, but I like Ipanema, bro. But it just
Yeah,
depends
I've
what time of
stayed,
the year you go because it's
bro, because
expensive over there, like in December, January, and Feb.
Yeah, like I was just thinking about something soon. Like, is Bahara? What's wrong with Bahara compared to Ipanema?
it's far.
I just prefer Ipanema, bro. It's right next to the beach.
But Bahara is literally across from a beach, right?
Yeah, but I think it's further down, bro. It's not that close to fucking the Rio.
Yeah, if you want to be closer to entertainment, the clubs and all that stuff, you might as well just stay in Ipanema.
Just the Ipanema.
You could walk down the Copa and stuff like that. It's more walkable, more easeable, more accessible to the major nightlife as opposed to Barra de Juca. Barra de Juca is a little bit of a ways.
Okay, I mean, what's the visa issue with Americans? Can Americans go there?
Yeah, you need a visa. You got to apply for
Uh,
a visa
wait,
beforehand.
wait, wait. So, what do you mean, like a visa?
You need a tourist visa beforehand.
Like, how soon you have to get it?
If um you have to get your ticket first, and it better be a little bit in advance before you put in for the visa, because you got to send in your flight itinerary and all that stuff, and it takes a couple of weeks before you get your visa back.
Oh, man. So it's not something you can book like a week out?
Nope.
Oh, okay. God damn. So I guess that crosses Brazil out of my list.
Oh, you can still do it. I was just planning Brazil trip 3 months out, 3 or 4 months out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Man,
you might
okay.
get lucky because when I submitted my shit, I got it within I think like a week and a half, bro. It didn't take long.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
it all depends. But some
It
Yeah.
depends
people,
though. You might take like a month, but you should
Let
still
me
submit
let
it,
me
bro,
let
because
me
it's good
look.
for
Let
10
me
years, bro.
Yeah. Let me look up Morocco because that's another place I was thinking about going. Because you don't see a lot of guys in this space going to Morocco. Like I said, guys, this is the last minute thing. So
well, if Morocco, I think you're gonna need a ETA. I think they put in the ETA system. Um, I think you can. Oh,
it
you may have
says
to get.
it
Oh, that
says visas are
might
not
have to get the
required
tourist
for
visa
visits
ahead of
lasting for
too.
American citizens. It
You
says
might
visas
get,
are required.
you might have to get the tourist visa ahead of time with Morocco as well, because I just remembered they changed their visa policy where you have to get it in advance. They used to do it when you get there, but it was such a nightmare to get that damn thing over there because their system is so goddamn slow. They changed it up. You can do it online.
Yeah, because I'm looking at it online right now. I'm looking at the State Department. What it's saying
No, you
visas
got
are
to
not.
go to Morocco state, the Morocco's government website to get the visa.
I mean, that's where I'm at right now. It
Oh,
says
you're
you don't need a visa from Morocco if you have a U.S. Passport.
okay.
But the thing is, like, I mean, with nightlife, I mean, how is it over there? It's like, I mean, it's very. I mean,
You got to understand, going to the Middle East and stuff like that. Those are Muslim countries. They're going to be kind of conservative.
yeah, but do they gonna have a nightlife thing
I
or
think
what?
I heard Marrakesh has like a better nightlife. Yeah, Marrakesh is like very open.
Marrakesh, yeah, I was considered that. I mean, can you get
Marrakesh,
chicas?
yeah.
How about the chicas? I mean, is that something you can get?
Like
Yeah,
I
I
said,
had a guy on my live, like
you
the
got to
last
understand
live,
that's
bro,
Muslim
talking
countries,
about
bro.
that. He was saying that you can meet some women, but it just depends though. Like it's really hard to go inside the apartments. You gotta like pretty much pay the dudes or something like that. He was telling me. But I think he was in Morocco for like 3 months. I had him on my live like last month. He was talking about his experience, bro. So
How about Tunisia? Is Tunisia another place?
yeah, yeah,
No, you can
Tunisia.
forget Tunisia. You ain't going to be pushing it like that. See, like I said, the Middle East is very is conservative, dude.
Okay, because I see Tunisia. You don't U.S. citizens do not need. I just want to try something out of this space, man, out of the big four. Because and at the same time, something that has a nightlife. And you see what I'm saying? It's
Oh,
like
they have a nightlife. Don't get me wrong. They do have a nightlife.
okay, and girls and all that. Is that something you can you approach the girls and all that, or
It's customs and cultures. You got to keep that in mind.
so?
Because
Well,
there's a spot
can,
I'm gonna be heading in. I wanted to head in next year. It's gonna be a little bit hard to get into. I
drop
just have to get the
drop the spot
visa.
in the chat if you don't want
Oh
to.
no, I ain't dropping that spot. I'm gatekeeping that.
Ah,
I'm gatekeeping this, especially the chick that I know,
yeah.
how she looks. And I was like, if the women look like you over there, I'm gatekeeping this motherfucker.
I mean, is it the hold on? You don't have to. Is it the same place you send me via email? I'm not gonna tell.
Nope,
Okay. Is it
something
somewhere close?
completely new.
Is it somewhere close to that place?
Oh, it's far.
Okay. Is it just south of
Oh, you
that?
keep on trying to dig. I ain't gonna say.
but Ulysses and Passport Blueprint, man, I was on Tinder on
I put it to you like this: it's one of my old stomping grounds, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. Hey, Aaron, what's up?
Yo, what's up? What's up, you guys? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I've been hearing you guys just chopping it up and stuff. Um, right, wait, just give me 1 second. Hold on.
I'm also eyeball. Like I said, I'm gonna be definitely doing some serious eyeballing down in Mexico since I have residency there. So, just finding another place. So Ulysses, what about Playa de Carmen? How's that spot as far as with the chicas and stuff?
I think it's a good spot. It's a good nightlife. I mean, depending on what season you go, I would avoid the asparagus season, like when I have like the seaweed. Like, so I guess the best season would be from like December through March. Because after the seaweed starts to get on the beach, fuck that shit. But I would say from December through March is a good time to be there. I like it, man. I didn't get to go this time, but when I go back to Mexico, I'll definitely visit again. You can still get a nice apartment there. Like I said, I
Where,
think a
where,
lot of people.
where are you looking to go, Ulysses?
No. I'm not looking to go anywhere right now. He's just asking me about Playa de Carmen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I was telling him you still could get a nice apartment there for I don't know for a month, maybe like $600, 650 for a decent place by Quinta, Fifth
Yeah.
Avenue. So I like Playa. I know a lot of people that have gone to many countries and they always tell me like Playa's their favorite spot. Playa's a good place. I like it. Good
What about
restaurants,
the
good seafood,
what
nightlife.
about the what about the women down there?
Oh, you get women from all over the world. You get Israelis, you get women from France, from England, from Germany, from Holland, from the States, from Canada, from all over Mexico. It's like a honeypot, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anywhere that's in
I,
the Caribbean by Mexico is like always like anywhere like Cancun, Playa, Tulum, Puerto Vallarta and shit. Like you're always gonna have a lot of like a Cabo's gonna have a lot of foreign people and shit, dude. A lot of foreign women.
Yeah, but Puerto Vallarta is sorry, not Puerto Vallarta. Playa del Carmen, it's known to be like that the last 10, 15 years. You get people from everywhere. I've actually, I've from my experience, I feel like I've met more people from other countries more than elsewhere in Playa del Carmen for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah, for sure. A lot of
Yeah.
Argentinians are there as well and shit. Fuck them. Did you see about that Mexican though? No, the Argentina girl was talking shit about Mexicans like that lives in Mexico City. They attacked her the other day.
Yes,
She was
yes,
coming out
dude.
of a court. I'm like, bro, like, if I was you, I would get the fuck out of the country, bro. Like,
Yeah, dude. She was
bro,
she
everybody
was
knows your
calling she
face,
was
bro. Like,
she was she was calling the cop a negro. Like she was
yeah,
basically
yeah, but
calling him
that's how
like,
bro. But that's how they feel about us, though. Dog, I've been telling this like for years, bro. I'm like, bro, those motherfuckers, bro, hate fucking Mexicans, and I don't know. It's weird
Yeah,
to me. It's like,
yeah.
why are
I've
you
seen,
here, bro? Like, why
people
are
don't
you here, man?
see the thing with that is like Argentinians. Then they don't look. They don't see themselves as Hispanics. They see themselves as
That's cool,
Europeans.
bro. They can see
You
themselves
know,
as fucking Martians, bro. But don't go to a country full of people
it's
like
just like
shit, bro.
how here's the thing. It's just like how Moroccans and Algerians they don't see themselves as Africans. They see themselves as Arabs. You know, just like how Argentinians they feel the same way. They don't look at themselves as Hispanics. They look at themselves as Europeans, and they be looking down. You see, and I seen it with my own hands. It's like in when I was in Cancun, most of the hotels you see over there are owned by Argentinians. You know, matter of fact, one of my hosts was a blonde hair, blue eyed Argentinian. You know, yeah, of Italian German descent. You
yeah.
know, just because they have Italian German descent, they don't look themselves as
Fuck them. I
Hispanics.
don't give a shit, bro.
Yeah, you know.
I'll visit
And the thing
Argentina,
is,
though, but
like,
I just like,
a
bro, I'm
lot of
not
guys
even
in the space
look.
don't understand. It's like Argentinians, they don't even want to even mix in with the local Hispanic people. They want to
But
keep that.
that's my
They
point, bro.
want to
Like,
keep
why
that.
fucking go
That
to
you
a
want to
place
keep
like
that as
that,
a
dude?
European blood as pure. You see what I'm saying?
Bro, just go to Paraguay, man. Paraguay's a spot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, keep your. I'm telling you, keep your spot hidden, man. I'm telling you.
Nah, bro, because you got a lot of guys like making bad things about Mexico and Paraguay, and I'm kind of glad because those are the people that
Yeah.
don't want to go into the country. Like, you
Yep.
got Red Beer saying like, fuck Paraguay, fuck Mexico, the women ain't shit,
Yeah.
and then
Yo, Red Bear has been talking a lot of shit.
fuck him though, and then who
Bro,
else?
he been
Oh, was it Barber World did a video about 2 years ago about Playa too? He's like, it's racist here. They asked me if I want to buy drugs, bro. They ask you in Rio as well.
Bro,
If you want to buy
that
drugs on the
happens
beach.
everywhere you go. Is
Yeah,
that
that's what I'm
they
saying.
ask
But
tourists everywhere? How's that has to do with race? They literally asked me the same thing in Belize, and Belize was is a black majority country. And as soon as I got off the dock or the ferry, some Belizean black dude came up to me and said, "You want drugs?" I mean, that has nothing to do with race. It's like I don't know how Barbara Ward viewed it. I think he kind of took it because me personally is like when I went to I went to Cancun twice, man. I had a good time out there. I had a very lovely time
But
out
you
there.
don't
It
think
was
it's because he's trying to monger and like the girls are like super expensive? Maybe that's why.
I think he just what happens is like I think he wasn't getting maybe I might be maybe he
He's
just
trying to get the girlfriend experience, and the
maybe
girls ain't gonna give him that over there, bro.
it wasn't his experience. That's the thing. How would I put it?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It wasn't his experience. Just like certain place, like for example, QB passport Fraxon, he loves Mexico, and he's a black dude. He loves Mexico. Barbaro, I don't know. It wasn't for him. Uh, Big Boss didn't enjoy Mexico.
Yeah, but it's
Flyboy,
always have you noticed it's always the mongers that never enjoy
yep,
Mexico?
yep, yep.
Always the mongers, bro. It's either Barber World, fucking Red Beard, and who else can I think of that went over there didn't like it? Oh fuck, I can't think of no names. But those dudes, I'm just like, man, bro, that's fucking sad, bro. Like, I
And
mean,
and the thing is, bro, is because like Mexico and Paraguay. I mean, Mexico's a lot bigger in terms of people, culture, and population, but it's a lot. It's I mean, Mexico has tourists, spots, but I think it's just because of like to be able to tap into the culture and the language, it takes some effort. So I think that's why a lot of these guys they tend to, you know, they tend to talk bad and stuff about it. So I don't know. It doesn't look good.
But no, no, no. What it is that red. I'm sorry. Um, fuck. What the fuck? Barber World's used to the girlfriend experience, and what I mean by that, he's used to girls spending the whole fucking day with him, bro. And in Playa, they're not gonna do that. The girls there want their money and want to get the fuck away from you. They don't want to be around you, bro. And so he's used to that lifestyle. Does that make sense? Like he's used to like the girls like, oh, let's go shopping or let's go watch a fucking movie, like all that lovey dovey shit that he gets from like other countries. Like it's not happening in Mexico. It's all business, bro. Like it's the
Yeah.
mafia that runs that shit, bro. So it's just like the girls on the time set, they gotta make a certain amount of money. They don't got time to be like massaging your back and shit. So I think that has something to do with it as well, man.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, Mexico is a high economy country, so it's like the girls are not gonna. A lot of people don't say the girls are not gonna kiss your ass like that. So it's like, so a lot of guys they think the perception is gonna be different. You see what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but let me ask the panel this: like, do you guys like plan to visit like Asia? Are you guys into Asia and all that?
No,
I
I gotta
for
work for
me
about
for
7 months,
me
bro.
yeah. I think for me on my end with Asia and maybe like the Middle East, because I'm gonna be working soon, like on military ships. I'm gonna be able to hopefully, and I know for sure I'm gonna be deploying overseas. So I will get to see, from my knowledge and from some sources that I know, they go on port deployments to like Asia. I know to like Europe.
If you don't mind me
Um,
asking, like, what branch are you in? Of the-
Military Seal of Command,
No, 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 what branch?
a
Merchant Marine.
U.S. Merchant Marine with the U.S. Navy.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. So,
So I
but I
mean,
mean, but I'll be working in contingency with the U.S. Navy, but as a federal like employee, as a CivMar, like a civilian
yeah,
Merchant Marine. But we'll still basically I'll still have like pretty much the access like the military does. Um, so yeah, but like for me personally, for my goals, like I do want to travel, and I know with this job I'll be able to see, I'll definitely be able to see like the Middle East and probably like for sure parts of like Asia and maybe Africa and Europe. But for me, I mean, for my goals, I want to be able to reside in Latin America on my time off and then invest and stuff like that. So
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I see where you're coming. I just want to take a break from Latin America. I've been going to Latin America for so long, but it's like right now, like 8 of my 9 last trip has been pretty much Latin America, and it's like I think Canada and and what is it? And Japan was the only non Latin American country I've been to. So it's like I'm trying to diversify.
Bro, you gotta try Brazil. Then I think you'll like Brazil,
And it,
bro.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like Brazil is still Latin America, right?
No,
yeah,
it is in Latin America, but it's a different set, bro. Like,
It's,
they
it's
have,
a different culture. Would you?
what
I mean,
I
would
mean
you? Would you? Hold
It's
on.
South
Let
America,
me
but
ask you
it's a
this: would you
different
consider them
language.
as a Hispanic? That's
nah, bro. It's completely different from Latin America, bro. Like it's just
wait. Well, I thought that was Latin.
it
They're
is a Latin, but they have like their own like it's like a different. It's like every country is different, bro. Like like
Yeah,
Egyptians are not the same as Moroccans and shit. Just like
yeah.
Italians are not the same as Germans, bro. Like so.
The same thing like Paraguayans are not the same as Panamanians.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
know.
yeah. That's. But one thing I will say is, um, what I was there in regards to the to Paraguay. I mean, is that somewhere nightlife? Because a lot of people don't have a month out, 2 month out of vacation time just to go
Yeah.
be one place. Is that a place somebody can be 1 week, 2 weeks?
I would say yes. I was out there for 3 weeks. If I was able to, I would have shot for a month. Like the next time I want to shoot for like a month or 2 months. But Paraguay, you can easily come down. You can easily go down for like 2 weeks and definitely get some nightlife in. If you're on a time crunch, you can you know go out to Iguazu Falls. Like you can see as much as you can in 2 weeks. It's a far flight though. It takes about a day because you got to fly from North America. If you're coming from North America, you got to fly to Panama, and then Panama to Paraguay. I think now though they're gonna start opening up because Paraguay is starting to open up as a country and as a trading partner, especially with the countries like alongside of them. So you're gonna have, they already have direct flights, I believe. You can look this up. I know there's direct flights from Spain, from Madrid. So a lot of like Europeans, in particular Germans and Spanish, or even French, they go to Paraguay, whether to visit for residency or to live. But there's direct flights that I know of from Madrid to Asuncion, and I think from the states, I think, don't quote me on this, I think there's one flight out of Florida. But other than that, you got to do a layover. So that's one thing that makes Paraguay different is the accessibility. It's not like Colombia, it's not like Mexico where you can just like go straight on one flight. It's a lot farther out. But Paraguay just doesn't take the spotlight when it comes to the debauchery that you hear from Colombia, from Dominican Republic, from a lot of these other countries. Because it's not like that, but you can still find nightlife. I mean, there's still some nightlife that I hadn't experienced yet. Like I know there's a area called San Bernardino. There was an area that I went to, but I went on a slow night on a Sunday. Carmelitas, right? So there's definitely nightlife. It doesn't carry the same weight or the same problems like Medellin, right? Or Sosua or Soy Six, because it's not that kind of place, plain and simple. But doesn't mean you can't find nightlife. You can definitely find nightlife. Um,
But you got some
so
good ass tomahawk steaks.
oh my god, dude.
Wait, wait,
If,
wait. Did I hear steaks?
yes,
Tomahawk
man.
steaks, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you're a meat person, like
Pause,
we
pause, pause. You gotta say pause. You
pause,
gotta, you got.
pause, pause.
Oh, there you go.
But no, man. If you're a carnivore, let's just put it like that. If you're the kind of person that likes a carnivore or keto diet, right?
Yes, yes.
Paraguay, man. Me myself, being Mexican, right? I'll even put it up there. Paraguay, it's they do it right when it comes to meat, doing asado. Mexico, definitely when it comes to tacos, but meat, when we're talking like meat, steak, ribs, like uh, um, you know, uh, all different kinds of meat. Paraguay is supreme, man. Along with maybe Argentina and Uruguay, which I haven't been to yet. I haven't tried their meats there, but it's all the same region. But Paraguay is just got some of the best meat in the world, hands down. Like
Pause.
pause,
Yeah, no, no,
pause.
no, I was, but yeah. Oh, okay. So that's good. So the food is gonna be much better. Like, cause one issue I've ran into like in Latin America, bro, is that it's a high carb. It's like the foods are high carb. I couldn't find, especially if you're coming like if you're doing like keto diet,
Yeah,
and it's like it's very hard high carbish. It's like you know what I'm saying. It's like you can't do like carnivore or keto, but that's good to hear that Argentina, Paraguay, those places have the steakhouses, and I also heard
yeah.
the same thing about Uruguay.
But keep something in mind: a lot of the food over there is cleaner. It doesn't
It,
have the
super
HG,
clean,
super
super.
clean. Even in Mexico, I mean, I didn't gain any weight, when I was there,
The
and I was
only, the
taco
only,
out.
yeah, the only difference I will say, and to this day it makes me laugh because my dad was struggling with it, is you're not gonna find, you're not gonna have the same access to spices, right? That's one thing that Paraguay lacks is spice. Like if you like spicy food, like Mexican food, you're not gonna find as much of it in Paraguay. But you would be surprised how many Mexican food restaurants we found in Paraguay. Because they say that in the last 5 years, like Mexican culture, Mexican food has kind of has kind of exported to Paraguay. So, but yeah, man, the food. And another thing I see in the comments, I see Keymaker, Brazilian steakhouses. you're the one of the steakhouses we went to our last night before we flew out. It's actually really popular. It's called O Gaucho. You guys can look it up, Instagram, wherever, Facebook, online. O Gaucho had some of the best meat that we had. Literally $20, 21 on average, 21 dollars. Like five-star buffet. This is the restaurant where like the high class, middle class, or supposedly like politicians and like well-known people, they go to this steakhouse. And there's other steakhouses too. But I had one of the best dinners that night. Literally, like fresh, hot picanha, vacío, all these different cuts, and they bring it to you by the table. They had a full sushi bar, salad bar, dessert bar, like you name it, and it was $20. You are not gonna find that in the states. For that kind of price. Um, what's that restaurant or what's that restaurant chain out in the U.S. that's Brazilian? It's
Fogo de Chao.
Fogo de Chao. I've never
That's
been to
Filipino.
Fogo de Chao. I've never been to Fogo de Chao, but I would argue it's probably like better than that because it's from there. Like the meat is, I mean, it's a Brazilian style restaurant in Paraguay, but the meat, all the ingredients, most of it is pretty much from Paraguay. So just like the food is so abundant, the people are friendly. Again, there's beautiful women. You know, uh, there's a there's a lot going for it in the country. Real estate, the residency. It's just that not everybody's gonna catch train on it until it's too late, or not that until it's too late, until it gets harder, until people finally find out about Paraguay, and you know the people that got in first, they didn't get in on time. So
What's going on, fellas? I'm in Bogota right now.
How's that place? It's cold.
Can you
Um,
stay in one place, please?
Yeah,
no, you're right.
Jesus,
You're right.
bouncing all
You-
over
yo,
Colombia.
yo,
Mr.
Yeah, yeah.
Worldwide.
Rod is on a move like man.
No,
Rod. Now I can see why they call you CIA, Rod.
well, no, you know what it is. I had it come. Let me tell you, this is crazy. It's gonna blow your mind. This is how between us, this is how backward Colombia is. They give you an 800 number to call Bogota for your visa because I have to get my visa renewed. It expired. I'm on a tourist visa. So I call the 800 number, have my girl call it, is disconnected, doesn't even work. I had to fly in because my visa, you only get three chances when you submit a visa through the Colombian government. So if they ask you to provide something, you provide it. Then they come back again. If they tell you again a second time, provide it, you do it. The third time, once you provide it, that's it. They cancel your application. So they had some questions concerning my health insurance, and it's going to blow your mind. If you know about the health insurance in Colombia, there's two types. There's a public and there's a private. If you go public, you got to pay into it. So they take a percentage of your earnings. Say, for example, you make $1,000 a month. It's 12% of that. So $120. What's 12% of 1,000? Say $120, right? Yeah, $120 a month. You have to pay into the healthcare system in order to use it's like social services in the United States for healthcare. And then whatever you pay into it, that's the type of service you get. So anyway, bottom line is I had that service, EPS, percentage of my income. It was a mistake. I should have just got private fucking insurance. It's better. I found this out by accident because they denied my visa, canceled my application. So now I got to apply all over again and provide international health insurance instead of public, which is through the Colombian government. So the person that put together the paperwork made a mistake and put down that I make minimum whatever. Like, so the minimum for the certain type of visa in Colombia is if you make a certain amount of money, you can apply for a visa for 3 years. And so you could say you're retired if you make more than $1,000 a month, right? So that's the minimum, and then you pay 12% of that towards the health insurance. So they canceled my application, so I had to fly into Bogota because they don't answer the 800 number in order to prevent them from canceling it. So I showed up, resubmitted everything, and they still canceled it. because they said, yeah, they said I need to pay $500 a month for health insurance in
What?
Colombia.
What?
It's
You
all
know,
based.
it seems like it's a
screwed up.
pain in the asses to get visas to go to stay in Colombia long term. I'm
Yeah,
wondering if it's
you know what I think it is. I think it's I don't know who in that visa department is probably anti-gringo. To be honest with you,
You think that's what it is, bro?
I honestly think that's what it is. 100%. It's Bogota. If you know anything about, so Bogota is like New York or Chicago. It's cold. The people are aggressive. There's 12 million people. The traffic stinks, and it's freaking. Women are not as attractive as other parts of Colombia, believe it or not. Even though there's 12 million, unless you go to like the Zona Rosa, the areas with the nice restaurants. But other than that, like the nice neighborhoods, there's only a few of them. Zona Rosa, Parque 93, Park number 393, and there's a third place in those areas. You go downtown, everybody looks like they're out of shape. They look like they're from Chicago.
It's all those arepas.
Yo,
Those
It's
arepas.
it's great, and they're aggressive too, bro.
Yeah, I
Fucking
know, bro.
aggressive.
Yeah.
Like,
No, people from other parts of Colombia hate the fucking Rollers, bro.
yeah, this
yeah.
lady,
I mean,
I went to
I
this.
called one
To,
time just before you lose your train of thought, Rod.
yeah,
So this chick I met in what is it, in Panama. She was Colombian, and I asked her, "Where are you from in Colombia?" Before she even answered, I was like, "Bogota, bro." The look she gave me that evil look. At first, she was like offended by me saying she assumed that she was from Bogota. She looked at me and she was like, "No, no, 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 no. I'm from Cali." She's from
yeah.
Cali. It was like, because like you got this. This is another thing is like they got their own. I don't know, beef or is it? I think it's a
No.
tribalism.
You know what it is. Each city, it's not even tribalism. Each city has a reputation. I'll give you an example. If you say, "Are you from the coast?" The reputation for people from the coast in Colombia is they're lazy. Okay, and I know why because I'm in Barranquilla. It's fucking hot. Who the fuck wants to work when it's 110 degrees? 110
Nobody.
degrees
Nobody.
Fahrenheit. No, well, Barranquilla is fucking hotter than Cali. Cali's hot. If you guys been to Cali, Cali's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
bad. Barranquilla is horrible. Cartagena is horrible. When you go outside, it's humid, so you're sweating all the time. And it's funny because I tan really easy because I got olive skin. So I tanned easy. I went as a white guy, came back as a brown guy and shit because I tan really easy. I got a golden tan, whatever, right? And that's Barranquilla. That's what's going to happen to you. You're gonna tan real easy, especially if you got melanin in your skin, and that's what happens. So, but it's hot, man. You sweating, and I walk around with a towel in my pocket. That's how Barranquilla is. Bogota is cold, and even though it's cold, the hotels here don't have a heating unit. So if you take a shower late at night, you come out, you're gonna be freezing, like shaking. Right? It's horrible. These people, I don't know how they do it. Let me tell you a quick story. I went to one of these burger places with the art. They call it, I don't know if they call it artisanal burgers. You know, like the high end burgers. I walked in. It's all Colombians there. That's how you know it's good. If a lot of Colombians go there, if it's dead, it's not good. This lady is aggressive. I don't know if she's from Bogota, but there's a chain that they put on the door. There's no door. There's just a chain. You lift the chain up and you walk inside. So I'm about to put the chain by. This lady comes running real fast. I don't know what it is. Maybe I look too masculine for her. And she grabs the chain. She grabs the chain out of my hand, and she's like, "Fucking!" I was like really rude, and I was gonna say something, but I started thinking. My girlfriend keeps telling me, "Be patient." So she says, "My girlfriend got this tattoo. Breathe." Like it says. She fucking a tattoo that says breathe, pray, or some shit, like whatever. So I started thinking breathe because I'm about to snap on this broad in Bogota and I'm on a tourist visa, which is dangerous because you don't want to bring attention to yourself to where now it's going to affect your chances of getting a visa, especially if the police are involved. But she was really rude. But that's Bogota. People are aggressive. There's 12 million people. And feminism is alive and well in Colombia, guys. You guys better, I mean, not better, but you should realize that depending on where you go, Bogota's a lot of feminism. The women here, they go to school, they work, all that stuff. It's high and mighty in Bogota. So when they see a guy that looks very masculine, they get threatened by him. They'll take a gay dude over any masculine dude all day long. 100%. They will treat the gay guy with respect. The masculine man, they try to demasculate you.
That's like Mexico City. Mexico City's the cream of the crop when it comes to that, the feminism. Super, super. And it's so weird too, because you see, the last time I was out in Mexico City, I did a solo trip like 2 years back for like a week. And I think it was in the month of June. I believe it was June, end of June, July. So you had like Pride Month going on. You had like graffiti from like the Women's March. And just like you see all like it's out there when it comes to PDA and the whole like rainbow community and stuff like that. I don't know if Bogota is on that same level, but I would imagine for sure.
It's alive and well because they try to demasculate. When a man looks when I say masculine, it looks like you work out. You look like you're muscular, athletic. Women get intimidated by that. They want to demasculate you. They want to test your manhood. This is crazy because I had an Uber driver. I was asking him questions. He's from Bogota. It's weird because this guy looked like the Colombian version of Jeffrey Dahmer, and he smelled really bad. So I'm sitting. So I'm sitting in this. I swear to God, I'm thinking this dude got to be a serial killer. He smelled real. I'm sitting in the passenger seat. He's driving, and he's hunchback a little bit. He's like antisocial. I'm worried he's gonna pull out a knife, start stabbing me because he was a weirdo. Like because I'm from the Midwest. You come across these people that are serial killers in the Midwest. They're alive and well. Anytime, I think last time I read, they said there's 200 serial killers operating in the U.S. at any time. A lot of them are in the Midwest, like Jeffrey Dahmer types. You know what I mean? Works at the chocolate factory, comes home by himself. That's what he did. You guys know his background? He worked at a chocolate factory. Yeah. He used to come home, go to a gay bar. It was predominantly black guys there. I mean, fucking weird. So here, this guy driving the car smelled really bad, hunched over, looked like the Colombian version of Jeffrey Dahmer. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm just trying to socialize with him because I'm thinking this fucking guy could pull out a knife, start stabbing me. And all of it. I mean, just weird guy. Very weird. I hunchback. And just when you talk to him, he's antisocial. Like I'm not kidding you, man. Very weird. So I'm talking to him. And he's in Bogota, population 12 million people, and there's got to be some fucking killers there, right? So I'm just socializing. Well, yeah, I'm from Chicago. Yeah, Chicago's like Bogota. I'm just trying to get him to talk and shit. You know what I mean? Really weird situation, but that's Bogota for you, man. You deal with aggressiveness, aggressive women, and these type of guys. It's just a weird place, man. And it's because there's 12 million people here. It's cold. It's not a beautiful city. It's only pockets of neighborhoods that are nice, but it's very run down, very dirty. I don't know what places you guys can think of that's similar to it, but I'm not impressed by it. Some people like it. I don't. I'm like, shit, I'm trying to get out of here tomorrow. I only came for my visa, which they didn't approve so let me tell you really quick about the visa. If you apply for a visa, if you go through the public or EPS system, that means you pay into it like every other Colombian. It's going to be harder for you to get your visa approved. You're better off going with private insurance. But I didn't know that. You learn from trial and error. Nobody told me that. I had to figure it out myself. So I applied for private insurance. It's really good. International insurance, it's up to $1 million in coverage. And if you die in Colombia, repatriate your body for $100,000, up to $100,000. You know what that costs? $100 a month. That's cheap, right? And it's a good company. I think it's a European company. They're based out of Europe somewhere, UK or something like that. But it's $100 a month. If you go and try to get Colombian insurance, it's probably just as much or even more, and it's inferior to the international insurance for healthcare, which is incredible. They reimburse you.
Rod, I have a question though, because I know Colombia. Uh, I haven't done much research, but I know Colombia. They seem to have an array of different like visas for foreigners, kind of
Yeah,
similar to like El Salvador when I had
I would.
visited.
Yeah, I'll save
But,
you a lot of time. You want to get a Colombian visa? Do it outside of Colombia. It's easier.
mm. But
It's easier.
is there like a solid like residency that you can obtain even if it's temporary?
You could probably go. I'll tell you what to do. I'll tell you the best thing you can do. You come in on a tourist visa for 90 days, and if you know you're not going to be here for a year, come in at 90 days and then extend it for another 90. So you'll be able to stay in
Mm.
Colombia for 6 months every year on an annual basis. So on a calendar year. So it's from January to January. You could stay within Colombia for 6 months and just pay the extent. I don't know why these guys don't do it. You can just go pay, I think it's like $80. You get an extension for another 90 days. Problem is, if you don't pay that extension fee and you overstay your visa, they'll hit you a $2,000 penalty. Crazy. All because you don't want to pay $80 and do a few things. It's not complicated. So I would do that, but I got a girlfriend in Barranquilla. Shit, you know what's funny? I'll tell you a funny story because I don't simp. My girlfriend's thinking, my girlfriend's got a job, but they don't make. You guys got to understand something here. These women don't make a lot of money, even if they're professionals. She's an analyst. If I told you what she makes, you'd be like, you got to be out of your mind. She's a professional. She graduated from college, and she doesn't make a lot of money. So she makes enough money to cover all her expenses. So she's going to get her. Let me tell you a funny story. She's going to get her motorcycle license, and she says to me one day, "I'm going to pray to God that God gets me a motorcycle." I said, "Yeah, okay, that's great, but God's probably going to come to my heart to get you the damn motorcycle."
Oh my
I'm
God.
sitting negotiating with her, dude. I'm negotiating how to get out the relationship. I said, "Listen, I want you to sleep on it. How about we negotiate this?" That's what I told her. I swear to God. I said, "Listen, let's negotiate. I will buy you a motorcycle and you go find yourself a Colombian boyfriend, okay? Right away. Let me buy it and let's just part ways." I said, "Sleep on it. Let me know tomorrow." I'm not a simp. I don't buy anything for these women, just so you
Yeah,
guys know. But she's a good girl, but she doesn't make a lot of money. And I'm thinking, fuck, dude, and I don't want to tell you her background. I don't need a sobbing story. But anyway, long story short, she goes, I told her, sleep on it. Let me know tomorrow if you want a boyfriend or a motorcycle. She came back the next day. She goes, Yo quiero mi novio. I was like, what the fuck? I was hoping she takes the motorcycle. It's like the price is right. Do you want the motorcycle or do you want the cash? So yeah, man, it's funny, dude. But she's a good. You'll find good girls, but I'll tell you something about these women. Problem is they don't make a lot of money. So even if they're professionals, the good thing is she ain't selling herself. She's going to work. She works from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Crazy, right? And they don't pay them a lot. So yeah, I respect that. So and here's the thing: you want to know if that's your girlfriend? She's calling you 5 times a day. She's wanting to spend 3 or 4 days with you. If a woman doesn't want to spend that much time with you in Colombia or call you that much, she's not interested. It's all transactional. It's not real. Well, people don't realize that because Colombian guys spend a lot of time with their women. If a Colombian girl spends a lot of time with you, she's into you, right? That you'll know she's into you. If she's not, she's like, "Hey, I'll see you on the weekend." She's not into you. At that point, you realize there's more there. Like she's got bad intentions. You know what I mean? So I just got off the phone with my girl. I had to tell her, "Hey, look, I gotta go to sleep," But that's a good sign when the girl's chasing you, not the other way around, right? When the woman's chasing you, it's not the other way around. That's how you know she's into you. If you want to know a Colombian woman, how do you know they're into you? That's it. Now, is it transactional? If she's asking you to pay for certain things, it's because they don't make a lot of money. You know what I mean? If they make $500 a month and they're paying for their apartment, their utilities. If you want your woman to look good, she's getting her nails done. She's getting her face cleaned, right? Her hair done. See, we don't think about these things. The women, it costs money for them to take care of themselves. And if they're making that much money to get her hair and nails done, it's expensive, especially because inflation hit Colombia. It's not that high. I think inflation in Colombia it was like 4.9%. In 2025, it's supposed to go down to 4% inflation, which is better than Turkey. I think Turkey's 33%, right? You guys know about the inflation rates?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's 33%. Where do these guys go?
Turkey they've been hit with crazy inflation, right? Because I was looking at flights over there. Hotels. God dang, you talk about people complaining about the inflation over here in the States. Man, Turkey has one of the worst inflations in the world, and it's like that's the one place I would not visit, man. But here's the thing I would mention, guys, man. As much as I had a good time, in Latin America, it's like part of me kind of want to diversify, and it's like I want to diversify out of Latin America. I don't want to be, that guy who been to Colombia over 20 times, or been to Brazil over 10 times, or been to Peru, 50 times. So it's like part of me kind of want to diversify out of Latin America. And let me ask the panel this: what places outside of Latin America have you guys consider like visiting, like interested in? I know Ulysses, you've been multiple places throughout Europe, but do you have any other places, like Middle East, Asia, Africa?
Yeah, well, I want to do like I would like to do Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Egypt, Jordan, and then Lebanon, and maybe Kurdistan, Iraq.
Okay.
Yeah,
man. Let me tell you guys, man. One of the finest chicks I ever saw in my life, bro. She was from Kurdistan, man. Kurdistan got some bad east. But the thing is, like, it's hard to get there because, like, man, So, somebody in the chat was asking earlier, if you had to choose, pick a country, where would you see yourself marrying a woman from? Which country?
Depends on what type of woman are you looking for. Liberal, traditional. Do you have
traditional? I'm looking for if marriage is traditional, then I'm looking for a traditional woman. It's like I can't be marrying a independent,
I'll tell you what I think about Colombia when it comes to women. If you could find a woman from a small town that moves to a major city, she'll be traditional. She's going to have a little bit of the liberal kind of open-mindedness, a little bit, but she's still going to have those traditional values because she comes from a small town. If you find that, you're in good shape. If you find one that's from a major city, it gets a little bit more complicated. You know what I mean? So it's a whole different animal. So you kind of got to, figure it out from that standpoint. But the ones from the cities are just no different than the ones from the cities in any Western country. But I would say if you're looking for traditional, once again, you got the ones from the small towns. You have a better chance getting a woman from a smaller town versus a big city. That's anywhere. Philippines, Colombia, anywhere. Middle East, you name it, Africa. If she's from a small town, she'll have more traditional values than a lot more than a person from a major city. That's just how it is.
Yeah, I would agree 100%, bro. But you think that they're turning your people's, because I know that homie stuff, his visa got denied as well, and he did everything right. So I'm looking at all these people that are getting their visas denied. Like, it seems like they kind of have something against the foreigners now.
Do you know why you got it denied or what? So here's what they do. If they deny it after they request something the first time, then it's a red flag. But if they say, hey, send us this again, they ask the third time, depending, you're going to have to explain it, they'll deny you the third time. Yeah. So I think it really, if I'm doing my own paperwork, and I've actually submitted the application from Chicago, and then I submitted it from Colombia. I made a mistake. I should have submitted it from Chicago, but while I was there, so you gotta be, if you do it from the US and you're there for 40 days, it's going to be a better, easier process. If you do it in Colombia, it's a totally different process and it's difficult. Problem is I'm already here, so I'm going to give it another shot. If they deny me again, I'll probably just go to Chicago for like 45 days and just run it there. because I got a 3-year visa from Chicago, Colombian consul in Chicago. Very easy, wasn't difficult. The ones here in Bogota, oh my gosh, everybody complains about it. I don't know if it's because they have to do it by the book or what the hell, it's just everyone complains.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like a lot of people are getting their visas denied. So I'm just like,
What kind
something's-
of visa,
I don't know what his visa was and shit. I think it was a digital nomad, his and shit.
Oh, that's probably why.
I think he got what is he was trying to the reason why he got denied because he was trying to extend it, and they looked at his record and it was like, nah, go ahead, you gotta go back to the country. But
Wonder why. They ask for a criminal history. You got to get an FBI background check, and it's got to be total.
If you're trying to stay longer, like if you're really seeking citizenship and all that, man. So
yeah, it's got to be notarized and apostolate.
I mean, he said he did it all. I don't know why. They just told him no and shit. So I just think it's like a trend now where people are just getting like. I know when my boy finally left Bogota from Medellin. He was in Medellin for a few years. He had the digital nomad. I think he overstayed by 2 months, and they hit him with like a $500 fine. He said that he didn't have the money. He was like, I don't have the money to pay, and like they kind of just told him to go on the plane anyways. But he missed his flight. He said he just ended up flying out from Bogota. They said in Bogota they made him sign on paper or something like that, and he was on his merry way.
Yeah, if you can't pay the fine $500, the way they see it is you don't belong in their country.
Yeah,
because they're not looking for those type of people that are surviving. They want you to be able to pay for housing and everything else. Matter of fact, you know what's interesting? Now they're requiring you. Depends on how serious they are. They want you to have your health insurance that has a repatriation clause in it. So if you die in Colombia, they want to repatriate your body. Do you know why? It's because of the amount of foreigners dying in Medellin and Cartagena.
Yeah, bro. I think it's becoming an issue for them. Yeah, I've been watching.
So
do you watch Okiland's videos?
Yeah, Well, we really
how about DC Born Rob? DC Born Rob has been oof.
Yeah. Well, here, real quick on that note, the Colombian government has to repatriate the bodies. You know how expensive that is for them? It's a third world country.
Yeah, it's a lot of money for them, dude.
Yeah. Not only that, they got to store the body. So if they're not going to repatriate it and they tell you go get your family to repatriate the body, they store the body sometimes for months. Because who's going to pay to repatriate the body? There was a guy, a Black American dude, who somehow they lit up a fireplace. It was a gas fireplace. It blew up and it put him in ICU. Do you know a story about that in Medellin?
No.
There's 2 guys. Look it up. 2 guys. They lit the fireplace. It was gas, like a gasoline thing, and it just blew up. The guy was in ICU, borderline dead. So he's in a hospital in Medellin, and they're taking care of him. He racked up $50,000 in bills. Okay.
Wow.
The family came to take his body back to Miami, take him to a hospital in Miami. You know what the Colombian hospital told him? You cannot take his body until you pay us $50,000. So they started a GoFundMe page to raise $50,000 to pay for this hospital in order to take him out and then fly him back to I don't know how they flew him back, but flying back to Miami in order to get medical services.
How about there was an issue? There was a scenario, a couple of years ago, where this couple, I think they were a Black American couple in Mexico. One of the husband ran into a medical issue, and he had to rush to the emergency. And at the time, the Mexican government, the Mexican hospital was like, "We're not going to treat you until first they treated him, but they after they treated him, he something like $5,000 in medical bills popped up, and he said, I don't have $5,000, I can't pay. They said we're gonna take your passport until we can pay for it. Eventually, I mean, he had to do a fundraiser. His family had to bail him out of that scenario, but he was out there for couple weeks. Because they took his passport from him. And this is another thing that's not talked about in the travel space. A lot of these guys are going there with budgets and all that, but they're not preparing for the emergencies. They're not preparing for what could go wrong. Because there's a lot of things that can go wrong. If you don't have some kind of, they're always saying here in the States, if you don't have 6 months worth of expenses, emergency fund, then you're gonna run into issue. The same thing applies overseas, and overseas is like you literally got to. These guys are walking on eggshells.
The scary part
Like,
is the
the
most.
financial part is like people, they you know they always want to talk about this women and all that, bro. No matter where you're at in the world, you should always prepare for that. That's a travel insurance. You should get travel insurance. Also, you should read some of these travel insurance because some of these travel insurances, what they do is like they will tell you you got to pay your medical bills first, and we're gonna reimburse you. So
Yeah,
watch out
yeah.
for them it's like they can get you like that. So it's like go seek ones where you don't have to pay the money out of the pocket at first, where the insurance is gonna cover it.
There's one where you actually have to leave the country every 90 days. So say for example you had that travel insurance, and then you're in Colombia, you have to leave maximum day number 89 in order for your travel insurance to be active. Go back to the US, and then you can re-enter after that. Isn't that weird? So they're requiring you to leave the country prior to 90 days in order for your health insurance to be active. If you don't do that, it's inactive. They won't even consider it.
Why do you think they're making this like more stricter for people to get their visa though? What do you
I
think?
think that I think it's not just they're not trying to just get more money. They've got so many visitors probably wanting to stay that they're only looking for the creme de la creme, right? For
Yeah,
that kind of stuff. I think so. In my case, I'll tell you what flagged me. The EPS Sura health system, it's a public system. You take whatever your salary is, you take a percentage of it. It's 12% of it. So if you make $1,000 a month, like I said, it's $120. If you make $5,000 a month, you pay $500 or 600, whatever it is. That goes into this social security system for healthcare to keep it active. Problem with that is it's not worth it. Why would you pay 12% of your income when you could go get private insurance and pay a fraction of that and have better coverage? You might have to pay and get reimbursed, but better coverage than the actual public system. I didn't know that because nobody educated me at that. I learned from trial and error mistakes, but also reading up on it on my own. So that's how I figured that out.
yeah. It seems like like DR and Colombia is like shifting, but they're not really getting a lot of tourists like compared to Europe. Like Spain, I think they said got like 90 million visitors last year. I was like,
Oof, yeah,
Oh,
Spain and
that's
France.
incredible.
I think
there's
France
too
and
many
Spain,
people, bro.
That's a
France,
lot.
to the point that Spain are complaining about tourists.
Really?
Yeah, the Spaniard locals are complete. They literally did a protest. They were complaining about the fees, everything, cost of living going up because
Yeah.
expats and tourists going up there. Kind of raising the cost of living for them. And
Really?
it's not the tourist fault; it's the Spaniard who owns these buildings and these restaurants charging these tourists the gringo prices. Therefore, the locals that live in these areas cannot afford to keep up. Because when you're a
Yeah.
tourist, when you're on vacation, your money is good. Like you're not worrying about money. You're just like you're spending good. Where the
Yeah.
people who live there every day, it's like they're kind of on a budget. So it's like that's
It's
why
it's
they can.
interesting you said that. I was in Parque Bolivar over here in Bogota, right? And this guy, he's got this sugar cane machine. You guys, you know what I'm talking about? That sugar
Yeah,
cane.
yeah,
So he's doing his little thing. He goes, I go, how much? I asked him in Spanish, how much is it for a small one, big one? He goes, it's 7,000 for the big one. That's expensive. That's expensive because that's almost $2, where the average salary is 10, maybe $15 a day. You do the math, that's 15% of somebody's salary for some cane juice. So he gives me the 7,000, and I'm about to walk away. Guy comes over, a Colombian dude. Hey, let me get a cane juice. He didn't give him the price. He just told him, take the juice, go out, have a good day. You don't have to pay me now. Because he gives them a better price because he's a local.
yeah,
He
yeah,
seen me as a tourist. So when I seen that, I started thinking, okay, we're paying the tourist fees. for that cane juice, it should have been more than 5,000 pesos. Maybe, yeah, 5,000. No more than that. So he charged me an extra two. I'm not gonna fight him for 2,000 pesos, but the point is, that's what they do. They hit you with the gringo tax. That's how you raise the cost of living. That's what they did in Medellin. That's what they did in Mexico City. They hit you with that tax and you pay it, and all of a sudden you make life more expensive for all the locals. That's just how they operate. Now I could have gave them some pushback and said, "No, man, I'll give you 5,000." But I'm thinking, what am I going to argue with over 2,000 pesos, which is about 50 cents? But seeing that, I was a little bit upset because I started thinking, you know what? He's laughing about it. He's telling the guy, just walk away, because he doesn't want the guy to give him 3,000 pesos for the same drink I paid 7 for example, or whatever he's going to give him. But that's just how it is. That's the nature of the game.
Damn, dude. Are you gonna try to get your visa later on, or are you gonna just kind of like lay low for a while?
So I already got the health insurance. I got to get I got to get the Spanish version of the health insurance. Once I get that piece of paper, I'll apply again on Monday, because your package for your health insurance is only good for 90 days. I paid to apostle 2 documents, an FBI criminal background check, which now the Colombian government never requested that. As a matter of fact, when I applied for my 3-year visa, they didn't ask for an FBI check. Why do you guys think they're doing it now?
How about we go there? Dumb shit, man.
100%. People are coming over that are rapists, killers, you name it. So they're asking you if you're looking to stay. What's weird is you can come in as a tourist for 90 days and be a killer and everything else. But I think they're on this Interpol list now. They flag child molesters and rapists. Yeah, so they're getting flagged, and then they send them back as soon as they flag them. For those coming on a tourist visa, those that want to get a long-term visa, you have to get an FBI criminal background check. It's got to be notarized and apostilled.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, it just seems like Colombia really doesn't like foreigners like that in their country compared to other places. Like, they're making it really difficult for some reason.
I mean, the problem with that is like Colombians act like Colombia is the only place in the world that people visit. It's like there's other places that motherfuckers can go to. It's like that's what I'm saying. It's like people need to like venture out, go other places. I like the idea that Ulysses brought up. He wants to visit Morocco. He wants to visit Lebanon, possibly Iran. That's like somebody thinking outside the box.
Yeah, I think
and I respect Rod for you going to China. It's like that's something you being so it's like that's something unique. You see what I'm saying? It's like you went to China, you went to all these cities. What cities in China you went to, and how was your experience over there?
Yeah, I was in South China. And then I went to I don't like Beijing. Beijing's kind of like Bogota, the Chinese version. It's like really not nice buildings. You got your nice neighborhoods here and there, but it's like Bogota, same thing. I was in South China, which I prefer. It's like literally 20 minutes from Hong Kong, right over the border. So that's cool. Hong Kong's expensive, probably more expensive than most places in the U.S. So Hong Kong's expensive, overpopulated. You name it, it is. That's what it is. But it really depends what you're trying to accomplish, man. A lot of people. One is people are coming to Colombia because it's a 3-hour flight. But truth be told, if you really want to know the truth, they're not coming for girlfriends and husbands or wives, whatever. They're not. That's a small minority. Those that have girlfriends and wives, it's those people that live local, speak the language, understand the culture, that kind of stuff. How do you wife up somebody you can't even communicate with? What do you use? Sign language? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, how the hell do you even communicate? It's kind of weird. And I asked my girlfriend, how's my Spanish? Because I never studied Spanish. I just listened and started learning. But it's, I speak conversational, and plus my mom's from Central America, but she spoke English in the house, So really it was all just listening and just practicing, but I never sat down and studied in a classroom setting or anything like that, or even taking the time to study Spanish. But I'm telling you, if you don't speak the language, good luck. I know a Filipino dude, who thinks he's got a girlfriend in Cali, but it's not his girlfriend.
Yeah. I
You know
mean,
what I
man,
mean?
God bless their souls. Like, I'm not gonna judge them, man.
Yeah, I told him. You know what he told me? He goes, "You're gonna pay here. You're gonna pay there." That's what he
Oh,
said.
I
No.
mean, here's the thing. Did anyone went to Qatar? Because I'm looking at that's another place. I was Qatar or Oman. Like, have you guys visited them Gulf countries? No.
No. No.
Okay, because like I said, it's like a lot of people in this space, in this travel space, they're so, and you know, and Rod, I'm gonna exclude you from this list
All
because
right.
you're an expat. But I'm talking about the travelers. Like I feel like they're limiting themselves from visiting other parts of the world. You see what I'm saying? It's like there's and Ulysses been to a lot of places in Europe. He's been to a lot of places in Latin America, so he's more diversified. But I'm talking about the other guys in the space there. You know, they
Yeah.
keep going back to the same places. And I it's a lot of people will say, man, that's the only place. Cause I just think it's like people should diversify. It's like, it's like because here's the thing: what's happening in Colombia? Let me use this analogy. Imagine you find a fishing hole pond, and everybody goes over there to fish. The place gets overfished out. What's gonna happen is like you're not gonna have too much fish to fish, so you gotta go find another new pond. And that's the kind of analogy I would use, like for another new country. Like you just gotta see a new country for yourself.
I think Medellin, that's the case. Maybe even Cartagena, but definitely Medellin and then potentially Cartagena. Reason why I say that is because it's the same cycled out. These guys are going there for the wrong reasons. You're cycling out the same women. It's not like, it's the same 5,000 women or whatever that number is that they're all cycling out. You know what I mean? So it's kind of interesting on that. But that's all that is. You know, you go into those areas, it is what it is. I went to when I'm here in Bogota. I try to get my visa handled, whatever. Afterward, I told my girlfriend I'm gonna go check out some museums here in Bogota. I know Mexico City is great for museums. They have like over 120 museums in Mexico City. Here, they don't have that many, and they're not that great. I went to the Museo, the Museum for Botero. He was a painter and artist, whatever. And for whatever reasons, most of his paintings are fat people that look retarded. I don't know. I mean, when I say retarded, they look kind of weird looking, like autistic looking. But it's all fat people, and that's supposed to be. I'm thinking, how do these people? I mean, it's cool, but what's art nowadays? It's crazy. It's you'll find the paintings outside of the museums on the street, people selling are nicer than the damn paintings in the damn museum. you know, it's crazy. I was walking by this place that sells paintings, like a block away from the museum. They were nicer than what's in the museum. Whoever painted that is a damn artist outside the museum. The stuff in the museum's questionable. I'm like, this is art? The fuck? It's crazy, dude. How's that even art?
Some people like it though. Maybe I don't know.
Some dude throws he takes a bucket of plates and he just splashes it on a damn canvas. That's art.
Oof.
Isn't
Yeah,
that
but
weird?
yeah, but what you guys think about these countries now having like certain guidelines where felons cannot go to those respective countries? Because a
Good
lot of
thing.
more countries are now like
Shit.
being in that list where felons cannot, like for example in Canada and UK, if you're a US felon, you cannot enter Canada or UK or Australia.
Yeah.
Like for example, Canada is like if you're a US felon, you cannot enter Canada. What you guys think of that? Those countries with those rules, is it a good idea or a bad
They're
idea?
just trying to prevent the crazies out. You know what I mean? And I'll tell you something. Because I have a business partner. He's from Mexico, but he's American, but Mexican American. Came here when he was young. But the guy, he did some crazy stuff in 2013. So he's got a criminal history. Problem with that is there's a reason why if somebody's got a criminal history, it's a little bit difficult to deal with them. Like they're not going to have integrity, that kind of stuff. So There's a reason why. I think you want to keep someone out that's committed a felony. You want to keep them out of your country. You don't need the extra problems and trauma that they bring. You know. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's a good thing if they keep them out.
Nah, but I don't know, man. I think there's. I mean, I saw it too when I was in DR. Like when I was walking, and had those signs and shit. But I think it's like, I think like people are starting to pay more attention to it. I think it's always been there, but it's like now, like on the media and shit. Like it's open now. Like like this is what these people are doing and shit. Look at them. I kind of think.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. I think, it's a lot of the stuff you see in the DR, like you said, a lot of the nonsense. They're now bringing it over to Colombia, Medellin, and Cartagena. You really want to know the answer to this? If they really wanted to stop all of that, you know what they do? They shut down the whorehouses. They shut and they start rounding up. And they pull an El Salvador president move, start rounding up all the prostitutes, send them to one location. You know what I mean? So, if they did that, that's it. Or the other thing they can do is these places they could say whoever doesn't have a Colombian ID cannot enter these places, and that's it. That's it. That'll shut down all the foreigners from going there.
Yeah, I think the same thing too. But I think the genie's been open, and so it's like it's never gonna go back, man. That's what I think.
But what you guys think about these countries coming back at the Trump administration? Because you know how he's hitting them with the tariffs and all that. Certain countries will be like, hey, okay, so we're not gonna have visa on arrival for Americans. You got to have visa right now. So what do you think about this whole politics thing that's going on?
I think what he's trying to do is he wants to go after. First of all, I'll give you an example. There's two countries, Malawi, and there's a second African country. If you're from these two countries, you got to have $15,000 in the bank.
I heard about that. Yep.
You hear about that?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I don't know if it's 15,000 in the bank or 15,000 application fee. I don't remember.
No. So it was $15,000 of deposit. So you got to deposit $15, and once your visa not after 90 days or whatever how long you stay there for, you're gonna get it back.
That's interesting.
Just imagine spending having a $15,000 deposit. You go to, let's just say, another country, and you have to deposit $15,000. I don't know who's. I don't even think a millionaire would do that. You have to be some. That's $15,000. That's a lot of money. I think that's like billionaires territory. So that's weeding out a lot of people.
Yeah, that's just there to prevent people from even considering to apply. That barriers there. And so it's just is what it is, and I think it's crazy, and I think they're doing that because a lot of people overstay their visas from these countries, so they'll come over, overstay their visa, and then that's it.
Salute to Travel Squad, man. Salute, bro.
Travel Squad is that the dude that got caught with a tranny? Or
no, I don't know.
Oh, somebody was saying he got.
Nah, Travel Squad, man. He holds his own, man. He's an
okay. Yeah.
He cracks me up, bro. He be roasting people and shit, man. Like,
yeah, he's always talking crazy, huh?
Yeah, man. My thing right now is.
But what you guys think about this Flip and man, Big J beef, man?
Ooh. I think it's sad, bro. Like, it's just, Flip knows better. He has a business. He has kids there. Supposedly both of his baby mamas are pros. That's what Big J was saying.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! I should be laughing, but
you ain't shit.
Oh my god! I hope God forgives you, but fuck, bro. Oh my god.
Yo, wife, not. having with babies with a pro is nasty work.
Oh my god, bro.
Yo,
Oh,
what about that one dude that used to come on Razor Race panel? Is it the dude that got roasted by Pesa, man?
Oh, fucking, was it the fucking fat dude?
That dude, I forgot his name. He hasn't been in the space for so long. I forgot.
Yeah, dude. I know he had a kid with a pro as well and shit. Dude.
Yeah, he had a kid with a pro. Is it James or not James? But I remember
He was like a nerdy ass dude, bro. That was just like, it's my paradise. It's my paradise.
Yeah, but he's a. Travis Scott. I might be confusing it with I don't know, wrong person. I think I got the wrong person. Maybe he's
what did he mean by it's my paradise?
Like it was like his paradise is getting women and stuff like that, prostitutes. But last time I saw him, he was like a big old chick. Remember, like a fat chick, and I was laughing my ass off, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget his name and shit, bro. Fuck, we been roasting him all the time and shit, bro. What was it? Pastor man told him put a one in that shot. You think his girl's getting smashed? It was the one that was sending the girl like fucking food on fucking Rappy, bro.
What's his name?
Johnny LA. Johnny LA.
Oh, Johnny LA.
Yeah.
That's who you're talking. I know. Yeah, I know who he is. He thinks it's his girlfriend. That's just not his turn, huh?
Bro, I just like he's like, I don't send my girl money like that. I send her fucking food through fucking Rappy or some shit like that. And
that's funny.
I haven't seen him in a long time, in about a year, I think, man.
Yeah, he's been missing, huh?
Man, I wonder what happened to him. But I know that he had a kid with a pro and shit, bro. And then, man, Pestle Knight went after him really bad, bro. And shit, bro. Ooh, Johnny was super pissed off. But me personally, I would not let my daughter, like, depending on the poverty level that the girl's in, and she's definitely from the body, I want to do everything in my power to get the girl out of there, bro, and bring her to the States and get her like a better life, bro. Because like, knowing how those women operate and like the options that they have is very limited. Like, I don't know. I don't think he's worried about his kids, but like personally, I just think it's a man that's just like having his fun and shit, bro. Like, if I was him, I would just like priority number one be like get the kid out of there, bro, and give her like a better opportunity in life, man.
Yeah, but it's wife and man, not only man being in a relationship with a pro is nasty work, man. Because you got to think about this girl. Like most of, I mean, for a long time, every night she's been sleeping with 4 or 5 men. And we're gonna be in a relationship with her? That's like nasty work. And you guys have you noticed like some of these girls be having kids, like they be having their kids on their phone display picture background.
That's funny.
Yeah, so it's it's nasty work, man.
But some guys don't learn the lesson. Like the guy that had the business, I don't know if Clyde's still on here. Was it Sweet George's Cafe in Medellin? It was a good.
His girl was actually Panamanian. You know that, right? He got her from Panama.
Oh, I thought she was Colombian.
No, she was Panamanian. So his relationship with her didn't work out. So what happened was, as soon as they divorced, he let her keep the business. So
but he had 2 businesses and he closed one. She kept the other
one closed, and once he's running. I think he moved to another place.
He moved to Brazil and he got married again over there. Bro.
Yeah. He moved to Brazil. He got married again. So now she's running Georgia Cafe.
He's a simp, bro. I don't give a fuck what you say. But like, come on, for you married and then like 2 years later you're getting married again, bro. Come on, man. Like,
I mean, yeah,
bro.
I mean, it's like, and especially in Latin America, bro. It's like I'm gonna be honest, man. This is Latin America is a place where I'll go fun for. But if I
don't take the girl serious anymore
in Latin America. But here's the thing: if I'm looking for something serious, I'll probably go to like one of those Middle Eastern countries, Iraq, Morocco, Lebanon.
Women are so beautiful. I was talking to Nigerians.
So beautiful and covered, and they don't have like hella bodies like some of these girls in Latin America with tattoos on them, So it's like, you see what I'm saying? And it's like, and they naturally curvy. I've seen Moroccan women. They're just, and Palestinian women, they're just curvy. It's like natural, no BBLs, all that, and they're pretty in the face. And
no roasting tonight.
but listen, would you convert for for a Palestinian chick?
Oh, I was talking to, like I said, I was talking to a Nigerian girl last week and shit. But I think I put her off because I told her I wasn't Muslim. But she was super beautiful, bro. Like,
Or would you convert? Because like there was a for
nah, you know what, bro? I'll be lying to you. When I was looking at her pictures and looking at her curves, I'm like, damn, dude.
you got to convert for.
I don't give a fuck, bro. He's such a thug. I don't give a fuck. That woman was so beautiful, bro. Like her face, bro, her curves, bro. And I was like, oh my god. And she told me, nah, I don't date. She's like, actually, she told me she caught her a Muslim guy that she was talking to on the phone. She said like, she met the guy through her mom's friend, and they're on the talking stages on the cell phone. She said she never met up with him, and she said that when she hadn't heard from him in months, and then he called her out of nowhere, and like I guess the dumbass forgot to like fucking like lock up his phone, like hang up, something like that. She said, and she heard him like talking about other girls and shit. She was like, he's a fucking traitor, and like I was like, okay, man, that's cool and shit, dude. But it's like, man, she was beautiful, bro. Like I wish I could definitely have something with her for like, I don't know. I've been talking to a few girls from Iran and shit, and they're very serious about relationships.
Yeah.
I feel like the only women that I met so far in the Middle East that are open to dating foreigners have been Iranian women, dog.
And in Lebanon, you gotta think Lebanon is
Lebanon, but the other ones have been kind of like, unless you meet like a girl that's a Christian from that community, like where I work at, there's a few Muslims, like there's a few Muslims from like Jordan, Iraq, and from I forgot where else and shit. Yeah. But they're pretty cool and shit, dude. Well, one of them was a Christian, but he grew up in Iraq, and he was like, yeah, just like they're cool people and shit. But you get to know them and shit, dude.
Yeah, but yeah, man, this Trump dude, man, he's ruined our reputation in the world. So it's like, would you guys still, claim American? Like, because like now that Americans have bad rep due to Trump, would you guys still claim like how you guys like when people?
Nah, well, I have a Mexican accent, bro. When I go in to speak Spanish and shit, a lot of the yeah, bro. Like I didn't even know I had an accent until I went to like the fucking Latin America and shit. Like I had Dominicans and Colombians and Venezuelans. Like, oh, like you're Mexican, right? I could tell. I like your accent, so I just like ever since then I just like use it to my advantage of like, oh, like.
Wait,
but now it doesn't affect
you was born here in the States, right?
Yeah, I was born in the States, but to me I don't give a fuck, bro, because I don't take those women serious anymore. So I'm not gonna lie to them. I don't give a shit. Well, they let me hit it, they let me don't. Like I still get it. Like I had like when I was in Medina, I smashed one girl, but like the next day she was like, you didn't give me no money for my kids. I'm like, fuck you and your ugly kids. And she was bad, bro. She was a curvy ass chick. I pulled her in the Comina. She used to work there selling the slushies, or what do they call them, bro? Granizados, right?
Yeah.
And so I pulled her there, and I ended up just like smashing her and shit. But then she started with the money shit. And I was like, all right, I'll break you up with some bread. I'll give you like 150 mil, which is about close to $30. She's like, nah, I want more. I'm like, bro, you talking about a bitch that doesn't even have a fucking floor at her house? Like it's like just like cement, bro. And I'm like, bro, man. I was like, look, bro, I'm gonna just give you this 150 mil. Like, you take it, and we'll go to what another girl and shit. She like unfollowed me like a week later, but I don't give a fuck. I still hit it and shit. But what many women like, this is what I told guys, bro. Like, I think the mistake that a lot of guys make is because the girl's from like a poor neighborhood and he gives her shit. Whether you give her Victoria's Secret, lingerie, money, a cell phone, like she's gonna be grateful. No, she's not. And so those women are some of the most pettiest, ungrateful women that I've seen economically, like in the poor situation, have been in Colombia and DR. I'm talking about bitches that don't have shit. Like they don't even have $100 in their bank account. They don't have a fucking 10. They have a 10 roof. They don't have nothing except their looks, bro. Ungrateful fucking whores, bro. I'm sorry for, but I call it for what it is, bro. Ungrateful fucking women, dog. Like I don't know why these dudes put these women on the pedestal, bro. Like I know a lot of dudes, the passport bros, be saying like, "Oh, our black women ain't shit," and bro. But these women over here ain't shit either. But at least the women in the States tell you to your face that you ain't shit.
Right,
the women over here in Latin America, Medellin, oh, mi amor, te quiero tanto. Like, yo quiero una cosa seria. I want something real serious. I don't like the local man. And meanwhile, she's fucking the rappy driver or the fucking thug down the street, bro. Like, I don't fucking get it, bro. Like, the mindset is still the same as an American woman, dog. Like, as a matter of fact, Puerto Rican women have been Americanized. And the same thing with even Dominican women, fool. So anybody that goes over there and says, "Oh, they're fit, feminine, and friendly, they're submissive," that's bullshit, bro. Bullshit, bro.
Yeah.
What's going on, bro? Would you mess with a Middle Eastern woman in a Western country? Nah, bro.
No,
Good.
no.
I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro. You claim America, but just agree with them, and when they talk shit about us, then they don't get mad. Yeah, I don't know. My thing is that I don't like fight with people, like, but I think now I'm not like one of this like proud to be American dudes, but now like I don't give a fuck. Like if somebody says something stupid, like it's not because I'm defending my country, just like because I don't just like idiocracy, bro. I just always been like that, but I think my discipline has run out with the Latinas, bro. Like seriously, I just been like the last straw was what happened with me in Medellin like a few months ago. But to me, it's like if anybody says something stupid, like I just don't give a fuck. I go off in the hole for like I don't give a shit no more, bro. Like I'm not gonna let no disrespect. Not because they're talking shit about my country, but because like I just don't fucking have a respect for somebody that's just stupid, bro. I've had a girl. I have a girl that I have on my channel. I did an interview with. I'm not gonna say which girl it was, but like she like unfortunately got raped and drugged in Cali, Colombia, and like a few months later she's telling me that Americans ain't shit, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like the first American that you ever met. You didn't even have a fucking job, and I give you a little bit of bread, like $20 for the interview. I never paid girls for interviews, by the way, but I just feel bad for her. I'm like, she was my Uber driver, by the way, but she's a professional. Now that she got her fucking job back and she's making money again, she thinks she's the shit now. But I'm like, bro, remember like a year ago, you're fucking broken. Like, well, anyways, though, I still have the messages of her on the cell phone. I never forgot. She's like, I think y'all are this, but this is because she asked me for like $100. And this is a girl that's a professional, bro. She ain't no fucking. Even if you watch the interview with her, like you could just tell by the way she carries herself that she's definitely like middle class. But and that those messages that I got from her, for like, it's an eye opener because she's talking all this like wonderful shit about Colombia and how like the women are and like, but behind those scenes, like I have the messages of her saying like pretty much that we ain't shit. Like I think Americans are this because they killed that DJ. I think it was around the time they had murdered that DJ. And I was like, I just told her, like, yeah, I feel like a lot of Colombians are mad. Yeah, you're right. But I'm just thinking to myself, bitch, you got raped by your fucking best friend. You got drugged by your best friend. You can't even work Uber at night because you're scared of like the fucking your own people. But you're in this message saying that we're fucking bad people. And I'm the first guy you met. And I open my like, dude, fuck Colombia. And sometimes, bro, like, that's why I left. Like, that's why I can't do like 6 months anymore. Like, if I go back, I go to the swinger clubs, I fuck a few bitches, and I keep it moving, bro. But as far as like making acquaintances there, fool, I just smash them and dash them, bro. I keep it moving, guys. Yeah. If you really want to make good friends, even fucking who is it? That guy that like brags about Colombia, even though he's Mexican, Life with David, he said it in the video himself. If you really want to make good people, go to Mexico. You make genuine friendships. Yeah. Why is it that he's still living in Colombia? I have no idea. I think he's pussy whipped, but that's just my personal opinion, bro. Yeah. I like Mexico better. I like Playa, I like Guadalajara. It might not be easy to pull a woman over here, but they're higher quality, bro.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't go to DR anymore. I'm kind of like, cool. When I go back, guys, I'm going to expose that fucking place, bro. Like, I seen some nasty shit, bro, where I seen the police, like, fuck with the girls that sell, like, the strawberries, the Haitian girls, man. And I thought it was so fucked up they did that, bro. Like, what is it bother you in your life so bad that you want to fuck with somebody that's selling, like, strawberries on the corner? For like, they're not breaking no laws, bro. There's a bunch of people selling shit, bro. I see how they put the Haitians behind the trucks, the jail trucks, in the hot sun. And I can't wait to get those Meta glasses and show y'all like how they really treat the fucking Haitians, bro, and the blacks. So when people say, oh, they love us here, I'm going to just post that video. Like, fuck no, they don't. They love your dollar. They love your fucking dollar. But tomorrow the dollar was to collapse, bro. You're going to find out really quick what the Dominicans feel about you, bro. Those are facts, bro. And shit, dude. But that just me and shit, bro. Her best friend... Herrero met his fundraiser goal tonight. He's 15 away from his 20. Who the fuck are these people that donate to these guys, bro? I have a fundraiser goal. It's like I'm short like $5 to get 100. If anybody wants to donate $3 on the super chat,
you should do a fundraiser.
That's my fundraiser, $5, guys. I'm not gonna ask you to pay for my fucking trip overseas, man.
You should do a fundraiser.
But those $100, I want to use it to get like the Meta glasses next month and shit, bro. So if anybody wants to donate like $5, I would really appreciate it, man. I know some of you motherfuckers have money because one guy hit me up today talking about he give the girl like he never met in his life like $400 for some bullshit. and he was asking my opinion. I was like, bro, what the fuck? You really? Man, it was just, the story was just incredible. I'm not gonna put him on blast, but like, dude, man, no, bro, fuck out of here, bro. I'm not giving you no $400, bro. Latinas have their head blown up too much. But social media has spread the simping worldwide, so most of them are users and finessers. They look good though. I can't lie about it. Yeah, bro. That's why I say, bro, just have your
Yeah,
fun. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like they definitely. Here's the thing, man, and I'll just keep it one honest, man. Like Latino women are just pleasure pleasers, man. And let's be honest, man.
I
And
agree with Travel Squad, bro. I have some friends there too,
it's
bro. But
like
I'm talking about.
Latino women are good for pleasure, but and this is my opinion. But for me, it's like I'm not gonna consider them for a long term
Nah,
relationship.
bro. Like, there's some good
It's,
friends, bro. But even then, like, my
yeah,
experiences ain't
yeah,
based on me. When I talk about things, bro, I
yeah.
talk about a third party.
It's
Like, I seen like the way the Colombians do each other as far as
yeah,
friendships as well. Like, I
yeah,
have like my
yeah,
best friend there. How like when she passed out and
yeah,
shit, bro, and like they stole her jewelry. And this is like a party where it was just girls, like no guys. It was just a bunch of females. And I knew one of the girls that stole her shit. And this girl that stole her shit texted me like a few months later, like, what has she said about me? And like finally, when I met up with her in person, like, I have my own money. I don't gotta steal from her. I'm like, but my friend saw, like, I didn't tell her, but my friend saw her like her jewelry hanging outside her pocket. That's how she knew it was that girl that stole from her. And this is a girl that lives in the same body as she does. So that's why I tell you guys, like, they do like each other dirty, fool. And like that girl Mariana that I knew for a long time, what she did to me in that body was pretty fucked up. Like, she put my life in danger because, and you know, my thing was like, I don't expect her to like stick up for me, but at least to be like, you know what, Ulysses, let's get out of here. Like, she knows what that guy was doing. Like, he was provoking me, bro. And so to me, it's kind of hard to respect people that do that. Like me, the Colombians for some reason like have a really, they really have like a really small, like, Rob's not on here, but he'll tell you they have a small circle for a reason, bro. Because they know like people try to fuck each other like in the worst ways, dog. Like, it's just the mindset over there, bro. It happens all worldwide, bro. Like, I'm not saying Mexicans don't do each other dirty, because they do. But the thing about Mexicans is that you could have a conversation with us in a table. If you go to anywhere in the city and talk about the issues that you don't like about the country, we're not gonna fucking cry about it like little bitches.
yeah.
That's what I hate about other countries, dog. Like, I'm not even gonna mention no more names, but I'm gonna just say that other places that I've been to Latin America, they start bitching. Like, I had a girl that fucking, that I don't even talk to no more, but she's Dominican, and like I know that she, like, I don't see her status is like, oh, and I told her like, I don't care, I don't talk to her anyways. But I was like, oh, did you on? She's like, oh yeah, I changed my number, and like, I'm like, cool. And then she hit me with like, you think that all Dominican women are fucking the same? And but I'm like, bitch, y'all are the same. Fool, you're like 40 something years old and you call yourself the mommy chula. I'm like, bitch, you're like fucking not a fucking good looking woman, like, for you to be calling yourself that. But just like when you tell them like the reality of the way the things are over there, they get all butthurt. And I've had a few of them like tell me like, oh, you think, like, bro, it's the truth. I don't think, bro. Bitches ain't fucking shit except asking for fucking money, bro. Like, I just
Yo,
dash.
yo, Ulysses, who do you think out of all the Latinos, like nationalities and whatnot, who do you think's got the biggest egos?
I mean,
Argentinians,
I'm gonna be
bro.
honest.
Argentinians and Venezuelans, bro. But Venezuelans, their country has collapsed, so they kind
Yeah,
of like low key. But like, bro, like,
but is which country are you talking about, in the States or are you talking about overseas?
no, overseas, bro.
Oh, overseas.
Oh, okay. So
Like,
yeah, I would say, phew, I
out
would
of
give,
all the Latinos.
man, I would say, man, Colombia, bro.
Nah, bro. I would say fucking Argentina, bro. Argentinians are fucking such fucking, bro. Ask anybody in Latin
Yeah.
America, like this business. Ask the Mexicans. Ask like Latinos that live in Playa del Carmen, like, what do you think about them? They'll be like, so mamones.
Yo,
And shit, like,
have you looked at the Argentina, the volleyball team?
hey, the
Yeah,
women are fucking bad though. I'm
yeah,
not
yeah,
gonna say.
yeah,
I'm not
no,
saying
no,
the
no,
women
no,
are ugly,
yeah,
bro.
yeah,
That
no,
never
no.
came out of my mouth,
It was a
bro.
post.
There's
It
some
was a
bad bitches in
social
Argentina,
media
fool,
post
but
that was circulating around in Twitter, and they post this in the Argentina official volleyball team, is the women's volleyball team, right? They said it was the post had this. It was a picture of an Argentinian volleyball team, and it was all European descent Argentinian women, blonde hair, blue eyes. And under the caption, it said, "More European than European countries."
Dang.
Yeah, and I was like, "Yo, this is when I realized, yeah, that's just Argentina is just they're just trying so hard to be European,
Yeah.
just so hard
I
to
mean,
be."
it's because our Argentina historically, like, it's just one of those countries, and I would even throw in southern Brazil. They like because I've kind of researched like just because I find it interesting, right? Like you had so many Italians, so many Germans, so many, obviously Spanish and French, but I think more of that Italian and German ancestry that you find like in Argentina, mostly the Italian.
All the
It's
racist motherfuckers go there. Did y'all know that there's, not trying to cut you off, but you know that there's a Confederate town there in Argentina, bro?
I think I've heard
And
about.
they
I think
have like
there's
a
a big.
celebration every year, fool. I would like to go
I
and like
mean, I
film
mean,
that.
during World, yeah, you guys don't understand, but during World War II, a lot of
Yeah,
Nazis they fled to Argentina, the south of Brazil, and they also fled to Chile. You know that, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and the thing is, they wanna sort of like there was towns that want, and I'll even throw in Paraguay too, because I know that there was like one town. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. I know there's one in particular that was like a fully German colony, and I think it's called Philadelphia. Philadelphia, that's the name of the town. But it was founded by Germans. But it was actually founded by Germans, like I want to say, like before World War I, or like in the early 1900s. Obviously before, World War II. Um, but like, and the difference with Paraguay, because the history is so different, is that Paraguay, they as a country historically, they had a weird dictate or a weird president or a leader at the time that actually enforced a law to force mestizo marriages and
mm,
mestizo
Mm.
mestizo, basically populating the population, but not white on white or indigenous on indigenous. They actually enforced the law for like decades in the 18th century, 1800s. Um, that basically had them, we want the Spanish men to to basically have babies with the Guarani, the
yeah,
indigenous women.
yeah.
And so Paraguay, like culturally, historically, they have the history of mestizo. They're about 95% mestizo. So
I
even
mean,
if you see like
mestizo
white,
is a native and a European mix, right?
yes,
Okay.
and Argentina has, from my understanding, I'm just kind of going off the top of my head, but I'm sure they have a much more. They don't have 95%.
Yeah,
They're more sort of pure in terms of their bloodline and their
yeah.
gene
And
pool.
even look at their last names. Even look for example, Manu Ginobili. That's an Italian name. I mean, they're pretty much Italian. There's like some of them are Italian, some of them are German.
Yeah,
There's a lot of Italian ancestry in Argentina, and it's like they just don't want to be associated with other parts of Latin America. Like for example, somebody from Argentina is not going to relate to somebody from Bolivia.
yeah,
Or somebody from Peru.
yeah,
Who's more native looking. You see what I'm saying? It's like that person from Argentina is more likely to be, he wants to be more related to Italian blood. They
yeah.
will claim that Italian blood.
Salute to 750 for the $10 donation. I got my $100, so I got like at least like 30% of my money for the fucking
Yeah,
the
yeah.
glasses now, bro. I think they're like
But
$300.
but let me ask you this, guys, in a panel, man. But out of all the Latin American countries, what is the top two places, where to find good women, like serious relationship?
In Latin America,
Yeah.
Mexico, I'll probably say maybe like in fuck, I don't know. I haven't dated in other cities, bro. I know, like, that's the thing. Like, the people that Latinos like the most are like the white people. Like, it's not even other Latinos from other countries or blacks or Asians. Like, no, actually, it would be whites, and second would be Koreans. Like, I've seen many girls from different countries in Latin America have a thing for Koreans. I think like Koreans are kind of like starting to take that role that white people had and shit,
Yeah,
like the fetish. I've seen girls like post shit on of Koreans, and I ask them like, I asked this one Venezuelan girl that she's pretty hot, and I was like, she's like, I like watching like series of Koreans. I think they're fucking attractive. They're sexy, even though they never met one or seen one in real life. So I think if I was telling my friend the other day, I was like, man, if Asians started going to like Latin America, especially Koreans, like they would have us beat. Like
Yeah.
the first guys are gonna be the white dudes, and the second ones are gonna be like the fucking Asians and shit, man. It's true, dude. Like, they say that USA took 700 billion from Maduro. Do y'all speak? Do
Yeah.
y'all Spanish speaking Latinos consider Brazilians to be Latino? Now they're Portuguese, but they're very like they're very like, I think Brazilians, I get along with them because they're very like the same as Mexicans. They don't give a fuck. They like to party.
Yeah.
They like to fucking drink. They like to like be sociable. You can
Yeah.
be by yourself and they'll give you like invite you to their table. Like I've gone to places by myself and like Brazil's the only place I never like feared going by myself because I know I always meet people like especially at the language exchanges. Like I only went to the ones in Sao Paulo and Rio. But like
Yeah.
other cities, I've always met people. Like I'll be at a bar and a girl will be like, "Oh, where you?" Because they don't get Americans outside of Rio and Sao Paulo. Like if you go to a city like Maceo or Natal, they're never gonna. You're gonna be the first American they've ever seen. Same thing
Yeah.
with Cuchiba. Like I had a one girl tell me like, "Oh, like you know what, bro? Like it's always true what they say. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take." Like I met this chick like a year ago when I was in Brazil in Curitiba. I met her through her friend. Her friend got to the bar and she was telling me like, "Oh, my friend wants to go to Mexico. Can you give her some advice?" I was like, my fucked up Portuguese telling her like what to do and places to see. And then, like I guess the girl like that was there like liked me or something. Like she got jealous and she's like told her friend like, let's leave, let's leave. But I was just like I thought it was funny. Like the girl that they introduced me to was like feeling me, bro. Like the whole time she was like waving at me like I was paying in line. She's like, "Oh, nice to meet you." And fucking, I got her IG, but I never hit her up until recently, like until like a month ago. And I've had her on my IG for damn near almost like over a year, bro. I met her
Yeah.
like in January 2024, and I met
Yeah.
her the other day, and she speaks English. I didn't even know that. And
Yeah.
she was telling me, "Oh, like I could show you Portuguese," and I was like, "Fuck, bro."
Yeah.
I'm not a sample, but I would go to Curitiba to go see that girl. Fool. But that's the thing that she looks white. For like if you saw her, you wouldn't think she was Brazilian because she has like the blonde hair, like blue eyes, bro. She looks like German, bro.
Yeah. And people don't understand. It's like this blonde hair, blue eyes is a recessive kind of gene. I get they're mired, but it's a recessive gene. So if you have somebody with brown eye, there's blonde hair, blue eyes is gonna be kind of like it's not
Salute
gonna
to
be.
Fatorius for the 999, bro. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's $110 right there in my
Yeah.
pocket.
But there's another
Nice.
interesting place that a lot of people in this space don't talk about, and I think Arthur will probably correct me if I'm wrong. You've probably been there, but it's Fortaleza.
I have not been there.
Oh,
I've
okay.
I've only been to 3 different cities in Brazil. What to
Okay.
do, guys? Hey, Buck, I know you
Salute,
got to
bro.
be
Salute, Artie Will. Salute, bro.
salute,
What's up, man? What's up?
Salute. Go ahead, Arthur. What was you was gonna say?
Buck. You got to be smiling from ear to ear that Homies Hub did not ruin Peru.
Oh, hey, man. I don't think Peru is gonna be ruined. It's just here's the thing, Artaville. Because I've been there. It doesn't have a red light district per se, as in like Medellin, like or Cartagena has a clock tower and all that. It's not gonna because like a lot of guys when they go over, they're gonna be like, "Whoa, is this place slow?" Especially if you used to just to the Sosua, Medellin, you go over there and it's a slow environment. If you're a weekend warrior, you're not gonna enjoy it over there. And plus, the fight is what is it, 10 plus hours? So that's gonna weed out a lot of people. And yeah,
Right. Except
so
Big Boss, but yeah,
oh yeah, big boss.
he manages to find those spots.
He did.
Didn't
And
he
I
have
mean,
sex with a homeless
kinda
girl
had,
in
he kind of
Brazil?
has intel. Big Boss has the thing is, Big Boss has his own WhatsApp group, and he has intel on some of the places to visit in Peru. Um, but yeah, man, it's I have my hidden spots. I'm just not gonna mention out in the panel anymore. I'm just gonna I'm gonna gatekeep it, but I'm not just gonna mention it anymore. That's it.
Well, I'll say this: there's at least one Latin American country that's probably going to get. I don't know if it'll get blown up, but if somebody that's a ginger-looking dude with red facial hair and is going to
I,
invite
I,
another guy,
I already know who you're talking about.
Yeah, Red Beard. Yo,
and he
yo,
I already
claims
know,
to
man.
Redbeard, where do you guys saw the rant he went on Colombia?
He
Oh
fucking
my
made a rant
goodness.
on Mexico like hella bad, pretty much
Yo,
saying
he
the
went
women
on a
ain't shit.
crazy rant. He went on a crazy rant on Colombia. He was just calling them all kind of names, low IQ and this, that, and the third.
I remember he said that. Yeah.
Yeah, and he went. I was like, he just went all in Colombia, you know. But now I think where is he at? Is he in Brazil or?
Yeah, yeah.
No,
Nah,
he's
don't know about the glasses idea, UT. Don't become another creeper. Now I'm gonna film like crazy shit. I don't know by the time they go to DR, like they'll still be arresting people like that, like the Haitians. I think they will. When I
Yeah,
was there for 2 months, I saw like every single day. I don't know if they're still doing it, but I would like to film stuff and then like I want to do like interactions with locals and stuff like that. Like maybe like I'll go buy some tacos and shit, like and just show
yeah.
like the cultural aspects of a fucking city and shit, bro. And
Hey,
I'll do
believe
some
it
yeah.
or not,
interactions with women as well, bro. Like guys want to see that, but I have like a thing when I go back to Medellin, like I want to do like lives, but like in the fucking pools and jacuzzis and shit with no music because obviously like YouTube won't monetize my fucking videos. They're strict, but I want to do like live talks, and I'm not gonna have no busted ass bitches, bro. I can promise you that, bro.
yeah.
I'm not gonna say no names, bro. Nah, I'm not saying no names, bro. But
Oh my god.
I'm gonna have some good looking women on there, so I can promise you.
Yo, but salute to QB Passport Flexing, man. I think I gotta give him a shout out, man. But
Yeah,
for
salute to
trying
him,
out
bro.
He deserves.
Guadalajara, because that brother, he actually has a real girlfriend, and he travels around Mexico. You know, so he's doing something special out there in Mexico. Somebody said Redbeard goes on a rant on every city he gets turned down in, like where's West?
No, where's West loves Poland. He capes for them.
Have you seen
Where
his? Yeah, no. Have you seen his latest video?
where is Wes? Like where is he
He's
actually?
He's in
Poland.
Poland right
he's
now,
in
right?
Poland. But have you seen his latest video? He's
Nah.
complaining about Polish women right now. Have you
Oh,
seen it?
really?
Yes, he's complaining about how Polish
He's
women age bad. Look at his
well.
most recent video. I was watching a
Most
Nah,
whole.
but he already got
well
put on
that
blast. Like one of the biggest like YouTubers there, some chick put him on blast and shit on in Poland, bro. Like she did like a reaction video to his one of his
I know who you're
videos.
talking. I forgot her
Yeah,
name, but I know who
Oh
you're
yeah,
talking
yeah. She
about.
did a reaction. It was
But she
but
sucks too, though. I don't like
yeah.
her. But I know who
Well,
I don't know her name, but you guys can easily find it. All you have to do is go on Wes's content, and he puts the name in there.
but he looks like he's enjoying himself out there. I just
Well,
know haven't seen one thing I haven't seen him with is just a long term girlfriend. I mean, it's you got to show some kind of receipts. If you're bragging about a location, I feel like you should show like I mean I get that you like the place, but as a content creator, you gotta show like some kind of receipt saying that hey, I love Poland, and I'm having success, and he's my Polish girlfriend. You see, that way.
he's not Zangster, bro. And when I say Zangster, like I don't mean to say it as an Asian gangster. I'm actually talking about another small YouTube. He's just not him,
nah, bro.
and
You
Yeah.
know what,
that's the
bro?
thing.
But
What I do is
I just his experience in Colombia just was unfortunate. I mean,
nah, bro. He was warned, bro. He knows what's up, dude. But he just had this arrogant ego. Like, look at me, guys. I found a
Oh,
church girl. Fuck all you dudes.
You tell
Yeah.
him.
yeah,
yeah.
he
But what,
he shit.
You
He
tell him you
shitted
That's
on
what
the
he
you
did. He's
tell
like,
him.
fuck you guys.
here's the thing. West was pretty much doing the same thing as Passport Bros when he first went to Colombia. He was pretty much in the P scene. At one point, he got a pro Venezuelan chick pregnant. He had to get her to do the abortion thing, but he
Wow,
was doing all that, and he turned to
how
a
very
Christian.
Christian of
Okay.
him.
You
Yeah,
know
that
Very
he
you know
turned
Christian.
to
okay,
God. He
another
turned to Christian. He turned to God, and that's where he came up with the
Uh,
idea of
an-
him
another
finding a wife.
another another thing that's not mentioned, you guys, in the panel. He had a restaurant at one point. Like
Mm,
I don't know how. Like just think about it. Like you gotta have some money to do that first and
yeah,
foremost. Like it doesn't matter if it's a second, third, fourth world country. Like you gotta have some money to put up front, like a restaurant. That's kind of one thing. Believe it or not, like I don't think about it, but like I know when I've heard about Where's West, it's like how are you like in your early 20s and like you just decide to like open a restaurant?
That's because
Like,
he's gets money from his fucking parents, bro. Some
Yeah.
shit
That's
like
what I
that,
thought too.
bro.
I
yeah,
mean, he's a funny baby. Let's be
yeah,
honest. Let's be honest. I mean, if you under he's under 30, and
yeah.
he's been traveling. What is it since the pandemic started? I mean,
Mhm.
that's you know,
And then so I mean he came because he's from the West Coast. He's from California, so like I guess he had a musical background. Like he went to college, and then I guess he was gonna like from my understanding, if I can remember, like in his videos when he shares about his upbringing, he was gonna work as a pianist like on a cruise ship, and he just decided to not do that, and then just drop out everything and just travel.
I
Like
see
that's
why his dad yelled at him.
yeah, like that's to be honest, like if I was him in his shoes, I would have done that. I would have just traveled being a pianist, being on ships or whatever, and then work and
Yeah.
travel. But like he left it all behind and like he just left.
yeah.
So
I mean, it
I don't
was
know.
just and here's the thing. I actually wanted him to win. Like when he found that Colombian girl, I was like, man, this is
Yeah, I wanted him
like
to win too,
he
but I
was
think
very
Mexico
genuine.
got to
He
him,
seemed
bro.
happy. I actually wanted him to win, but it's just unfortunate. It's just there was a some kind of religious cultural clash between him and his wife because he was not he even admitted this himself. He was not like religious to the T, and the girl and her family was like all about the church. Like if the church says this, you got to do that, and he wasn't having it, and there was some kind of disagreement between him and her, and unfortunately, it just didn't work out. It actually ended badly to the point
Yeah,
that he
he
got
made up
threatened.
some BS about he wanted to learn bachata, he wanted to learn
Yeah,
salsa,
yeah,
and her parents said no or something. I don't know if I can believe that, but
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, somebody in chat said you got serious issues when you get run from the country, run out of the country, and you get death threats.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's like he literally had to escape Colombia, like to get out of
That
there.
that's a huge red flag. Like
Yeah.
in and itself,
Look at
huge red
join
flag, bro.
the
Like
religious
I
rebellion.
know.
Let me ask the panel this. Let me
Damn.
ask the panel this. Let me ask the panel guys this. AK Joel, you think he's gonna run into the same problems as you know
I hate that
West West?
motherfucker, bro. Hell yeah, bro. You know he
AK
came
all
after me, bro.
all
AK
of these
Joel,
I
guys,
fucking hate
all of
that
these
dude. I sent
guys.
him a super chat. He didn't even thank me for it. He just started
yeah,
clowning on me and shit, bro. I was like, I still have the video. I'm like, fuck this
yeah,
guy, bro. Him and his
yeah,
fucking butt buddy and shit, dude.
yeah. They both have the same experience. Remember AK Joel, when he first came out, he was coming at the
Bro, he was
passport
in
Oh
bros.
Mexico for a
yeah.
whole fucking year and he couldn't even find a girl in Mexico. I'm like, bro,
Yeah,
that speaks volumes, dog. Like, you're just a fucking weird ass dude,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
Um,
he came at the passport bro on some weird stuff. The thing I didn't like about Flyboy Way's response is he made it
oh yeah,
racial.
yeah,
But at the same time, I know that's the kind of person that Flyboy is. Like he makes great content, but damn, he needs to get off that hotep
yeah.
energy.
I kind of stopped watching his Flyboys away content. It just got like boring. So I was like, I just don't watch some of these contents. I think he kind of fall off the space. I just don't watch him anymore. But
He's
AK,
not getting the view. Like his views don't match his subs. I'll tell you that.
yeah, yeah. But AK Joel, yeah, I think he got married to that Colombian chick, the Paisa chick.
Bro,
She
she's
got
not
a
even
kid.
good looking, bro. I'm like, bro, come on, dog. You notice that all the dudes that go over there now, when they get with a girl, their girls like just like below average.
Yeah,
Like, what guy have you seen over there? You go, man, she's bad, bro. Like, man, you got him.
I
I
let me
have.
let me tell you this. I've yet to see anybody in this just the whole. I'm talking about the whole travel space. Get a Colombian baddie, like a regular Colombian baddie. Because like, I'm not talking about the pro. I'm talking about a regular
I'm
Colombian baddie.
I'm gonna say the last person I saw that got with where it like got my attention was when Austin was in Peru.
No, I'm talking about Colombia. I just
Oh,
Colombia.
Colombia.
Yeah, Colombia.
When Austin was in Cali
Oh,
and got
which
with
one?
that
Okay,
white chick, which she is Colombian, but got with that
yeah,
white chick that had her own car.
okay,
In the Terraza Once.
okay.
I'll give
Um,
him that. That one got my attention, but other
but
people, not really.
shout out to Andre Love Crossing Bars. He's kind of doing well. And I mean, for a guy his age, what is he? He's 58 years old. And he found this 26, 70 years old Colombian chick, no kids, above
I,
average looking chick.
I
She's
think he
above,
found her when he was. I think he found her when she was 23 at the time. So that's why
yeah,
he was able to get one with no kids. But I
yeah,
think by the time she turned 27, and if he found her, I think she would have already at least had one,
yeah.
maybe two.
Facts. Yeah,
Especially living in Cali. Like I've never been there, but I've looked at the stats of Cali. It
yeah.
is still the most dangerous city in
I've been
in
there.
the country, especially when it comes to violent crimes. It's still up there. I know they trade places sometimes with Cartagena, um, and also what they're really the single mother rate is very
Uh-huh.
high in that, specifically in that city.
Uh, yep. Um,
So yeah,
yeah,
if you waited till she was 27, I think she would have already had a child.
yeah. And I've been to Cali, and it's I literally had to take like I was barely doing any walking. Like I'm talking about in terms of out in the streets and the sidewalks. I was taking Ubers from one location to another location to another location, from point A to B. It was like, yeah, the danger element is there in Cali, and you'll feel it. You'll feel it once you get there. You're like, okay, yeah, this place, it's up there. But the women are nice over there. The Cali curves things is real out there. Very curvy women out there. But it's still I think as you said it competes. I think not Cartagena. I think it's
Actually,
Medellin and Cali. They trade places year in
earlier
year
this
out.
week, what you said, Medellin and Cali trade places. What?
In the crime, I'm talking about
No,
I think.
not violent crime. Like if you're looking at the homicide. Hey, yo,
Oh,
can I
okay,
say the
okay,
word homicide
okay.
rate
Yeah.
in this live? Okay, if you're looking at the homicide rate, like Cali always is at the top, and then
Okay.
Cartagena will sometimes be at number 2 or number 3. They'll sometimes trade with Barranquilla. They're usually like the top 3. I forgot what the other one is, but there, and then there's like some city in Quibdó or Quibdó Choco or something like that. Um, those are usually like the most violent cities. I've looked this stuff up. Like it always says, like I always see like the little article, Cali once again remains the most dangerous city in the country. Like
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, it's crazy. Like I see why Floyd got paranoid over there, but I think he was overdoing it though, because you're inside the mall. Like nothing's gonna happen. I don't think anything's gonna really happen to you when you're inside the
Yeah.
mall.
Speaking of Floyd, I think Arteville, you made a comment I think a couple of days ago
Uh huh.
uh on Floyd when he was in Manaus.
Yeah,
Uh
the DJP was pissed about him being over there.
no.
Oh,
The comment you made about Floyd's the girl he was with towards the end of the
oh,
live,
when
she
she
was
picked
picking
her,
her
she
nose.
picked her booger, she picked her
Yeah,
booger
she picked the booger
towards the end of the live.
and she
Floyd
ate
was
it.
unaware.
And
He was
she
unaware of
picked,
that.
yeah, she picked up a booger and she ate it on live.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm
yeah.
not, bro. You can go find it. It's called Priscilla and Manaus or some
Drop
title or
it,
something like
drop
that.
in the chat so
Yeah,
you can screen share. I think you listeners can screen share.
yeah.
This shit was
Oh,
when I saw it, I was like, because you made that comment, I was like, I had to go back. I was like, holy shit!
you found it, right? Yeah, I'm gonna
She
get that.
literally ate her booger.
It,
She picked it.
it's towards the end of the live. I
Yeah,
remember the thumbnails. That's why it's easy to find. I'm looking.
yeah.
I'm looking
I
for it
was
right now,
like, holy shit!
and then I'll put it in the back chat once I get
I
to
was
it.
like, damn, man. Man, she made.
Yeah.
Oh my, yeah.
Oh, Floyd hated that I pointed that out. He's like, "Will, are you turning on me?" I was like, "What the fuck, bro? Stop being paranoid." I was like, "Stop being stupid." At this point,
Yeah.
What's your guys' thought? What's your guys' thoughts on the next with 2026 like travel destinations? Because I know every year places tend to like get trendy, like new
Yeah, yeah.
destinations, and all that. What's your guys' take on that?
I think Paraguay will get ruined soon.
Nah,
I hope not.
I
No.
don't think it's just like I said, it's a slow pace because I just researched it right now a couple weeks ago, and
Yeah,
it's
but when
just
you
it
got
seems
three people heading there, you got what?
red beard.
Redbeard. You got Modern Life Dating, because he's going to try to convince him. He's going to convince him to hang out with them over there.
Yeah.
And then possibly Skyler.
Yeah.
Well, I
Well,
thought Skyler was in Argentina.
Skyler's in Argentina, or he was in Argentina, but
Yeah, but
he
they're
kind
telling him
of
to go to. They're telling him to go to Uruguay, and eventually he's going to hit up Paraguay.
yeah. But the thing is, he's kind of like, I mean, no offense, but he's not. He has different intentions with as far as his thing. Um, I don't- I I mean, any country, you'll probably find that kind of scene, like the kind of scene that he's in with the sugar babies and all that. But like, I don't know, it's hard to see Paraguay become that because Paraguay doesn't carry the same like issues as the other countries like in Colombia and stuff,
Yeah,
or even Brazil to even do that because it's more of a serious country in terms of like because you're not just gonna go there just for like tourism, which very few people do. Like people do go just for tourism. A lot of people do go for the residency. That's one thing. That's one reason why I was out there for that for the residency. But I mean, it doesn't
Right.
mean that like yeah, the residency is like definitely the draw that brings people, but it doesn't have the same draw as like Colombia, right? Or even Rio, to be honest, because it's landlocked. I mean, you could still find,
That's what I thought too. But again, you got these three people coming over there.
yeah, but if you think about it, like they went in and like especially Redbeard, he went in and what did he do? He went ahead and talked shit and like he got some backlash for it because it's like you're just gonna show up to a country and you don't and you have a superiority condition or a complex of like oh like basically he didn't like the way things went his way so he went ahead and you know he basically talked shit but the thing is that's not the place that you go for like for those kinds of things like escorts and sugar babes. I'm pretty sure there is an underworld to that, but it's not like what you see in Colombia and stuff. So
Yeah.
uh,
Ulysses, I put the link in the back chat.
All right.
But what I was going to say with Jason though is I agree with his virtual assistant thing and all that because that makes a lot of sense.
yeah,
Although now I'm pretty sure you can now replace that and start using AI, to do Tinder searches or dating app searches and all that. Because I think I feel like the days of the virtual assistant is going to go by the wayside with AI coming in.
yeah,
But what I don't like is people who cap and say, I never paid for it before.
yeah.
Or I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't want to disrespect him, but he looks like somebody who's paid for it.
You're
You
talking
know, but
about you're talking about Redbeard.
yeah, but before
Yeah.
before he got, before he did the hair transplant or whatever. Um,
The
in my
hairline.
opinion, shout out to him for
Uh,
making that effort. Yo, shout out to him for making that effort though.
yeah,
But I don't know, man. Like, dude, I'm not the only one that says this. Like, people in the WhatsApp group, they're like, "What's this white monkey doing? What's he up to now, or something?"
yeah,
He gets shitted on in the Discord. He gets shitted on in the WhatsApp groups, and there's a Paraguay Telegram group that's like 3,000 members, and they don't like him. I don't like that they got 3,000 members, honestly, because that's a lot of people for a small city like Asuncion. So I
yeah.
right there, I don't like that, because I plan on visiting Paraguay. But the thing is, I don't want to be around a bunch of
Well,
um, Americans.
that's the thing, Art of Well, you're just not gonna find America because when I was out there,
Mm.
I was surprised. You find some Americans, but you do find a lot of because the three biggest like nationalities,
Hmm.
the top three that are there getting their residency, because they hit records these first 6 months, but the top three have been Brazilians, Argentinians, and Germans. So you have like an influx of a lot of not just the neighboring South American countries, but a lot of Europeans. And so there's quite a few like North Americans, Americans, Canadians, some Mexicans. But the thing to keep in mind too is you don't just have Asuncion. There's two other major cities that are pretty well known
Hmm.
in the country, because you have Asuncion.
Hmm.
The other two, one being Ciudad del Este, which is on the border, and
Ah.
yeah, and that one has a certain reputation for because it's close to the border and there's like more activity. But you still have like big communities of foreigners there, and the other one being Encarnacion, which is in the border right there with Argentina. And like those are the three big cities there. And but outside of those three big cities, I mean, there's like smaller towns, smaller cities, So I mean, I guess Paraguay, it'll take a couple years before it does. They do start to kind of get more aggressive on their immigration.
Hmm.
Um, but I mean, they're getting a lot of people applying for residency, but it's kind of like I don't know. I just see that other countries are taking the limelight as far as like what they offer and stuff. And Paraguay, for the most part, it doesn't, but it's for a reason because it's landlocked. Like there's no beaches,
Right.
there's no like major touristic sites. Like there's like regional or national sites to see, mostly nature, but it's not like when you see the Chrysler Redeemer in Rio, or like the what is it called,
The
um
Celeron Steps.
that one too, or also in Buenos Aires, like it's called the obelisk, I believe, or
Oh,
like that big pillar. Like you don't have that yet in Paraguay. Maybe someday, because it is growing as far as their GDP and
no.
their foreign investment. So
I wanted to ask you, what's the difference between Paraguay and Uruguay? Is the culture very different or similar?
from what I heard, Ulysses, like Uruguay, I didn't meet any Uruguayans in Paraguay. Uh, but Uruguay, this is the funny thing. They say, like I've heard other people say, like Uruguay, like is like the nicer version of Argentina,
Hmm.
being that like the infrastructure is better. They don't have hyperinflation, but yet the prices are high, like in Uruguay.
Don't they
Better
have a coast? Don't they
infrastructure.
also have a coast?
They have a coast, that's one of their advantages too. They're a lot smaller.
Hmm.
Uruguay has three times the amount of cows than their actual population. Because I think Uruguay, if you look it up, there's like over 3 million
My
people, but like the population of cows is like 11 million. So
cows, like actual
cows, yeah,
cows.
they have more for every person. There's like three cows. So
That's good.
oh, it is. I mean, because they have a lot of beef. Uh, they're very accessible to, like, obviously, to beef, to food. They export that. Uruguay, compared to Paraguay, Uruguay is probably more European. Between the three, like, I haven't been to Argentina or Uruguay, but from my understanding and from what I hear and from what I would perceive, Paraguay is the most indigenous compared to the three, because
Hmm.
it's a little more like it's a little more like you see more nature. Obviously, they speak both Spanish and Guarani, and those are like the two official languages of the country. Whereas Argentina and Uruguay, they don't recognize that because they're more in tune with their European roots. So is Paraguay, but Paraguay's unique in the sense that you see it more in the people, and when you're in the country. As far as the the people, like what they how they speak, they have what's called Jopara. I think it's Jopara or Jopara, which is a mix of Spanish and Guarani. So you'll hear people straight up, if you understand Spanish and you speak it and you know it, you'll find your like I found myself at times like kind of like just my ears were perked up because they're speaking Spanish, but like mid sentence you hear like you hear Guarani. Like they're saying like they're just talking mid sentence and you hear him say iteri che ruhaihu, like they're just throwing like you don't know what they're saying, right? Because it is Guarani. And they
Speaking of
don't.
ears, how many times did your ears bleed every time Floyd pronounced Paraguay, Paraglide?
Probably a couple times to be honest. Probably a couple times to be honest.
Or when he says gracias.
It's like gracias, gracias.
Somebody actually said, put in
Muy
the chat. Did he
bonita.
say glossy eye?
He says gracias, gracias, and mujer bonita, bonita
No, he says
mujer,
he says bonita mujer.
He's not
bonita
traveling
mujer. I'm like,
anymore. Where
bro,
is he at, anyways, Floyd? Where is he at?
He I don't know. He said Colombia was his next destination. He did
So he could
say
be
that
with
in
like
his last
a
live.
fucking girl that looks like a dude and shit, bro.
Bro,
me cash, me
oh,
cash, me cash.
dude, that made the travel space look hella weak. I'm sorry to say, because Floyd was the one that was getting the most attention at the time. And I'm like, oh man, I had to tell Austin, like, bro, Austin, this is not a good look for the space, bro.
damn man.
Yeah. I don't blame Austin for only doing one vlog on Paraguay and then cut it. He's like, yeah, I ain't doing any more of this shit.
Yeah,
But
but
anytime
see
you
that,
guys go to countries where they actually have to talk to women, they never succeed. Have you noticed that? They just like, fuck
yeah.
this place.
And you know what? Like, and I know I sound like I preach about Paraguay. I probably do, but I just had just like a great experience there. Like, aside like from all the places, I mean, I haven't been to a lot, but like from being in Mexico, being in Spain, El Salvador, right? And for me to go to Paraguay as my first South American country, like it's just left me wanting to go back soon, which I do plan to. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay if Paraguay doesn't get like the amount of attention that other countries do because I think it's for a reason. Maybe someday it will, and hopefully, and if those events do unfold, like what you see in Colombia and stuff, the government's gonna crack down on it because the government's right wing, you know.
Let's hope the
So
big three doesn't ruin it, because if you can pick a group of YouTubers that can ruin it, it's those three guys.
yeah,
Who do you think
uh,
is the YouTubers that would ruin it? Floyd and who else?
No, well, besides Floyd, like
Jay
again,
Rello.
Casey, yeah,
And
Rello's going to Kenya.
NYC the future, whatever the fuck his name is. Hey, what's going on, guys?
Rello's going to Kenya.
uh,
So all eyes are going to be on Kenya coming up this month.
yeah.
No, but I haven't seen Austin with good looking women in Kenya either. Like, what girl have you seen that's
His
like
first round, I'm going to give it to him on the first round, but his second round that he's been there, yeah, I felt the quality women decline. The best looking chick in the first round, I would say, would be that Crystal chick, the light skinned chick with the braids.
Mm.
I would say she's up there. And then when she took the braids out and actually just let her hair frizz into curls, I was like, yeah, that's the one. I felt Austin fumbled the bag with that one. The
That's what I
second
want to
best
do.
looking one.
The Hispanic expat, bro. I'm gonna do that. Like, when I get a chance to go to Brazil, I'll probably just like go to Paraguay for like 2 weeks, and then go to Uruguay for about a week, and then maybe go to Argentina. I don't think I'm gonna have a good time in Argentina because I just had like a bad taste from those motherfuckers in Mexico. I've been cool with some Argentinians, bro. I'm not gonna say they're all bad, bro. That's not never gonna come
But
from my mouth.
look,
You know how some of them could be real bitches though. For like, I don't
yeah.
give a fuck, bro.
No,
Like,
hey, but like for real though, Ulysses, if you feel like if you got if I'm just gonna put it out there, like if you got the bag, like if you're not on a budget, right? And even if you are, right? But if like money's not an issue, I would probably say like going to all three is a good choice. But if you want to kind of like if you want to get the best bang for your buck and kind of have more time down in a country, I'm being biased, but probably Paraguay for sure,
Mm.
because you're gonna get more as far as your money goes, right? There's places, bro. There's places because I know Uruguay, and I've looked it up. Like Airbnbs, like in Montevideo, or in other spots, they like Airbnbs. They start at like 1,200, 1,500, like on average, more or less, and then they can even go up to like 2,000 for like a really nice spot.
For how long?
For like a month, I would say for a month. But in Paraguay, and
That's
all
not
of Paraguay, not just Asuncion, if I include like Encarnacion, which is like close to Argentina, you're looking at spots like literally high rise apartments with almost like a Miami style kind of like setup, as far as like the design of the buildings and the amenities and the views and stuff. And you're paying like on average like 600 a month, sometimes 500. You're paying about half the cost, and the food is. I had meals out there for like $3 on average. But as crazy as that sounds, $3 on average. I had a good meal. $3 to $5 if you're on a budget. $2, $3. If you want to go out like luxury, you can, and you're still gonna pay probably a third, or if not a fourth of what you would pay in the States.
Mm.
But the only drawback that people tend to kind of uh they tend to fall back on a lot is because it's Paraguay.
Mm.
It's not Brazil. You're not in like Ipanema.
I
You're
mean,
not
you
in.
know why I know one girl that I met in Mexico. Like she used to be a hostel volunteer, so I'm still cool with her. I hit her up a while back. She's like, "Yeah, when you come, we'll get hang out." But man, fool, I just don't. I oh no, I do know somebody in Argentina, some one dude that I was cool with, but I just know one person in Argentina and then one person in Paraguay. I don't know anybody else. So,
Yeah,
but I'm hoping that change for the World Cup. Like my thing is, I want to go to Mexico, get my citizenship soon, and well, not soon, like next year, but
yeah.
put the process in already, bro. But um,
even after Austin did a vlog on the Mexican cartels. No, I'm
bro,
kidding.
fuck Austin, bro. I don't even think he's been in Mexico and shit, bro. Fucking dumbass and shit. Fuck him, bro. The fucking cartels, man, bro.
You saw his little vlog he did on that. I told him, man, you got to follow up and do a live stream, and actually
But
open
you
up
know
the
what?
channel.
Who roast? You know the only person that's been roasting these guys ever since passing. I'm gonna have him on my live. I think next month is B Dub, bro. He says I have to pay him. I don't give a fuck. I want to pay this motherfucker, but I'm definitely B Dub
Oh,
and
he
shit.
actually wanted
So
you to pay
bro,
him.
he be roasting the fuck out of Austin, bro. Like
He does. I
he be
noticed
roasting
that.
them, bro. Like you have some busted ass bitches on your channel. Oh my god, you don't
He's
hold back at all, bro. I'll be like, I was watching his roasting the other day. I was like, fucking guy, bro.
he's actually more talented than Peso, because the thing is, Peso says like the same shit. And don't get me wrong, he's talented in a lot of his lives. I'll give him that. But damn, man, sometimes he repeats himself.
Yeah, with the yeah, but it's funny because people crack up and shit. He left the travel space at the wrong time, unfortunately, bro. But
He did.
man,
Another thing I told him, like, stop falling asleep on your lives, bro. You notice that he
yeah,
falls
yeah, he
asleep.
falls asleep on his live. Yeah, because the time zone, like I think when he starts his lives, they're like almost at 1 a.m. and it's like the time zone over here is different. So like 1 a.m. over there, but it's over here, it's like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, something like
Yeah, dude.
What what's your
Razor did a 24-hour live stream while
that. Yeah, I remember I saw that. Yeah.
while drinking intermittently. Peso has no excuse.
That's crazy. Hey, what's your guys' thoughts on Kenya?
I never been there, so I'm not gonna say nothing, fool. But I think
Yeah.
the one place that I would like to visit in Africa would be like from the south would be like South Africa for sure. Nigeria, if I could get a visa, and then I think that's it, bro. Those are like the two countries that interest me the most, and Tanzania as well, and that's it.
Tanzania. I've heard Tanzania is pretty
Ethiopia
nice.
would be dope too as well if I had the budget, but
Yeah, Ethiopia is on my maybe even South Africa, like Cape Town.
Mm.
so I'm not traveling right now for almost like a whole year, bro. Like I'm just stacking on my paper and shit. Like I'll be working for about maybe like 8 months before I take off, but at least this time when I take off, I'm gonna have like I'll still do lives once in a while, you know. But
Yeah.
when I go to Medellin, I'll do like the late night talks with the girls and shit. Well, that's gonna be interesting. But you know what, bro? That's the thing though. It's gonna be like always last minute, guys, because fucking Pisces will tell you, and Travel Squad would agree with me, and they'll tell you we'll come tomorrow and shit, bro. Like, and they fucking don't come, so I don't want to be looking like a jackass, bro. So they're gonna be random, unfortunately, because I'm not gonna put like, oh, I'm gonna have a late night talk show with some girls in a jacuzzi, and then fucking they don't show up because I look like a complete jackass. So I'm not gonna do that to myself or my audience. But I will just, it'll be just random, and I apologize in that in advance, because that I don't control the women over there, and they like to show up late, so fuck them on that. Many other aspects too, but I hate the fucking their punctuality. The punctuality is so fucking bad, bro. Like them and the Dominicans, bro. But I think for
what do
sure
they call that? That's that CPT, right?
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do like jacuzzi talks to some of the girls that I've become cool with over there and shit. Well, that should be interesting and shit. I'll have them like maybe for like an hour or something and see how it goes. Like, see how the audience responds. And I'm gonna have some good looking women. I'm not gonna have busted bitches. I can promise you that. Nah, bro. I'm not gonna have no mama feas, bro. Fuck out of here.
Mama Fea.
Oh, you know what?
Nah, bro. Like, I'm being serious, bro. Like, I'm not gonna fucking do
Yeah.
that to you. Like, I have interviews with many women, and like, I maybe like one of them was not that good looking, but the rest of them were decent. You know, like.
I'm gonna give men's frustration a little bit of credit. At least with Al. He had a cute chick on the live.
I have a few,
Steve-
bro. Like I have a few, dog. I have a few, bro. I have one that's like fucking. She gotta gain some weight because of some medication, but when I go back, I'm gonna put her ass in the fucking gym and shit, bro. So I make her drop like 30 pounds, bro. She has a nice body and shit, so I'm definitely gonna get her on the live. I actually did an interview with her. She was one of the first girls I ever did an interview on my channel like 5 years ago. So I still talk to her to this day. So I'm gonna definitely have her on there. She actually asked me about my channel the other day if I still do it. I was like, not really, but I have her, dude. I have like bubbles and shit, and I have like the bubble machine and shit, and I have like some fucking chick in the back, and then maybe I have like once in a while like 2 or 3 girls and shit, bro. Yeah, man, that's gonna be. It's a small jacuzzi that I've had before when I was there a few years ago, so it should be good and shit. Like I've never seen another YouTuber do something like that. All I see is some busted ass pros with like fucked up teeth and that. Fuck.
Hey, Steve. Hey, I'm gonna give Steve some credit. He did try to shoot a shot with an Afro Latina chick in some diner called Vibes, but he thought he was gonna get her over to his Airbnb, and it looked like she agreed, but then she like texted him at the last minute and said, "No, I can't make it."
I could do girls, like I did the live with those that girl and shit. I know for a waffle, but the thing is, I kind of just went off of that, and I think back to like those are like actually still my most watched videos. Like those videos that I haven't done an interview like in 2.5 years, and like if I look at my most watched videos every month, those are still my most watched videos, the interviews with girls. And so I want to go back to that, but I want to do like the jacuzzi talks and shit, like fucking like just start out with the lives just to like people know that I'm back in the game again. And I'll do like interviews with women and stuff. But I think I want to talk about like safety because I think that's what's hot in Colombia right now, like the scolopine. So I don't want to do no more nightlife and dating. I don't think guys should go over there for dating anyway. So I'm not gonna sell people a dream. But what I'll do is like do like interviews on safety. I'll ask a girl like, how do you stay safe? Like, what do you do to stay safe? Like, I understand you work as this like. So I got maybe like so far right now, maybe I could get maybe like 4 girls. I know for sure that will do it and shit, bro. But I could do maybe more and shit. Like if I stay another month and I get my feet wet, like because obviously I have to like meet women and stuff like that, right? But I'm talking about girls that I personally know that would be down for interviews and shit. I could get maybe like 4. So maybe like the first week I might do like one live with a girl on the weekend, do like jacuzzi night or something. Like I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna call it. I have to think about a name and shit.
Hey, what do you think of that chick that Flyboy Way had in his live when he took her shopping?
I didn't see that video, bro.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but no busted girls, guy. I'm not gonna promise like the hottest girls ever, but it'll be decent, bro. Like you'll be like, oh, she's good looking, she has a nice body and shit. Like fuck.
Hey, bro, you got to show the live of Floyd's the chick in Floyd's live who picked her boogers and ate it.
Nah, bro, I'm gonna have some good looking women, dog. Like I know a girl that's a fucking, I know one girl that's a pro in Medellin.
No. I mean, show it from the link I
No,
dropped.
But I'm just talking about like I know a girl that's a pro, but she's fucking hot as she has a banging body. I was telling her about like she should do like podcasts. I'm like, bro, you're good looking. Your friend has a huge following on Instagram and TikTok. Like, why don't you just link up with her and just like change your lifestyle and shit? But she's like, I don't know. Like, but she's telling me she wants to do it. So fucking what I'm gonna do with that girl, maybe her friends, like I know her friends work with other content creators, but I don't know if her friend wants to charge me. Fuck that. I don't want to pay her friend. Fuck that. Even though her friend's fucking hot as hell too. But what I'm gonna try to do is get those two girls and shit and do like a live and shit for like an hour and shit, bro. And then maybe get the other girl to talk about like, safety and shit, and just bullshit, bro. I just want to do like something different because I don't see guys doing that. So I think having like jacuzzi and late night talks would be interesting, bro. To have like a good girl fucking, and she's fucking bad. She has a bad fucking body. She's curvy and shit, fool, and she's like in the fucking jacuzzi and shit. But you know what? I think YouTube is strict with the fucking monetization, so I want to see how it goes. Like, obviously, I can't have music because the video won't get monetized, but I'm gonna see like if I get a lot of views and I get some money, and I'll probably do maybe like donation runs too because I'm not an e-burger. But you know what, bro? If I'm gonna be putting some good looking women on y'all because I'm seeing these guys put some busted ass bitches and shit, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm not gonna be like, give me $500, guys. But hey, you know what, man?
Wait,
You want to
let me
donate
take a look.
$5? Like I'm gonna do like a fund where it's like. I'm not greedy, bro. I'll do like maybe like $100 or something. Like, hey guys, like $100 donation, like like, or maybe like the first time my goal might be like the first 2 weeks just $50. Like, hey,
Ulysses, tell me that I'm wrong, but it sounds like you're trying to be like the Howard Stern of the travel space.
No.
Like
I want to do something different because I feel like you guys, like everybody deserves like something nice. Like I see girls on their fucking cell phones. I see girls just like not like the girl that I had on my live. She wasn't the best looking woman. She does have a little curves on her, but at least she was interested. Like she was like she wanted to do it again, and even though we fell off, I don't talk to her no more. But I might bring her on one more time, just like if the channel does good, like if I get like a good rating, like on the fucking lives, and people just like we want to see that again. I might bring her because she's chesty for like she was wearing like clothes where you can't really see her curves, but she has some big ass titties, bro, and big ass, bro. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely have her in the fucking thong for y'all and shit. I don't give a fuck, bro. And shit, dude. But I want to do the e-begging shit because like bro, there's no way that I'm gonna take a time because remember I'm trying to smash, bro, and I'm taking my time out of my fucking day to fucking make you niggas fucking happy and shit. So I fucking will do that for y'all for 1 hour out of my fucking life every single weekend and shit. I could promise y'all guys though.
I respect that.
I'm gonna do that for y'all, bro. I'm gonna do serious conversations like safety. But I don't know. Will guys pay attention to it if a girl's like in the bikini?
They would if you talk. Yeah, but dude, you can talk any subject. You can talk about any subject and people pay attention.
That's another thing about this travel. Titties, bro. Like,
that's another thing about this travel space. That is another thing. Like this travel space is pretty much. If you saw, did you see the content battle between Pob against Homies Hub? I
got some good looking women, bro. I got some good looking women, dog. I might have to pay some. I'm not into paying. I've only paid one chick and I give her $20, but I'm gonna fucking on a serious note, I know I could get a few girls, guys. But then depending on how it does, if it does good and people donate and I'm like, oh, we got like $100 in life. Like what y'all what my audience gives me is like I'll give back. If you give me, I'll give y'all more, bro. But if people just want to be perverts and jack off to the videos and not donate, fuck y'all. And I'll put that shit on the fucking membership, and it'll be like $10 to watch it. You can fuck off, man. But if people like show me love and shit, bro, and fucking y'all see that, you'll be like good looking women in a jacuzzi and shit. Like she's showing her fucking like her body and shit. For like hey, you know what? This is unique. Ulysses has a nice looking girl here. She looks good. For she's talking knowledge and shit. Not only is she talking knowledge, but she has a nice body and shit. Like late night talk show. I think I want to do that, bro. I don't see no other YouTuber doing it, so I kind of like hope nobody steals my idea. Shit, motherfuckers.
Be quick.
I said it first. Nah, I'm just kidding.
I will say this.
I'm not worried because I see all these guys putting girls on their videos, and which girl have you seen like, she's bad?
Yeah.
Or even interested in being there, bro. So I might have Mariana again on there and shit. Even though I haven't talked to her in a long, I'm still pissed off about what she did to me. But maybe I could get her on there for the sake of the people and shit. Like she is curvy, bro. Like if you see her like the live, like if you see her body, like she hides it with her. She wears like big clothes and shit, dude. But fucking, I'll have that shit. She has big ass titties, guys. Like fucking. I actually tried to use her picture that I took of her a while back, and fucking YouTube kept taking it down because it was just like her body is so curvy, dog. Like the YouTube kept saying no, no, and I would put it on the side. Her big ass titties, you can't even hide it. And shit, fucking YouTube kept taking the fucking thumbnail down. I'm like, fuck, bro. Even on TikTok, they took it down. So I had to like switch the whole thumbnail. I was like, fucking motherfucker, bro. But nah, bro, she has some big ass titties, like double E's, bro, and fucking a big ass dude. So I'm gonna definitely have that bitch on the fucking jacuzzi and shit, bro. And then whatever y'all donate for, I'll give her like half and shit. Like you want to give her like $30 or something like that, she'll do it, bro. Remember, they only make like $10 a day, I think, 15. So if you give her like $30, that's what she'll make like in 3 or 4 days, bro. And that's all that bitch is gonna fucking get. I don't give a fuck. So I'll have her, and then who else would I have? I know Juliana has some good looking friends too as well. So I have her friends as well if they're down and shit. Fool. Like I'll give them like incentives and shit. Like offer them some fucking Mexican candy and a little bit of money on the side. Shit,
Mexican candy.
yeah, bro. Like give them some incentives and shit. Like I'll give them like maybe like I'll be like, all right, I'll give you a Victoria's Secret lotion. That's a lot for them. Fool. $20 is like 2 days work. Fool. It's equivalent to like $200 for us. $300. Like for us, it's not shit, but to them, it's a lot of money, bro.
No, that's real talk though. That's
now I'll give them something and shit. Incentives like hopefully I don't have to break out bread, but if I do, it's like I'll see what happens. Like I'll do like maybe Mariana in the first week, and then maybe like the second week I'll do like I don't know if fucking my other homegirl will be down. I think she will.
Now I got a question. Now that you mentioned about money, so Steve offered $50 to have her appear on his live, but she still's like, I can't make it. What's wrong?
Which girl?
It was a Afro Latina baddie that he had in the live.
Which guy?
Steve from Mentuition.
Oh.
He was at the place called Vibes. I don't know if that's a
nah, but it's gonna be different, bro, because it's gonna be a smooth like something where like they're comfortable, they're drinking. Like I'll have like maybe even like a fucking. I had it actually last time in my apartment. Man, what is it? What is it? The spinning wheel that it lands on something. So I was doing that with the girls, bro, and the girls love that shit. So I have that like next to this. Well, now you know what? I have to like keep it PG because the one I had like nasty shit on it. But
spinning wheel is a good idea.
Boom shot it. I definitely cannot post no fucking video of me doing a boom shot on fucking Mariana's big ass titties, bro, because YouTube would they monetize it and take that fucking video down. Well, I know they will, bro. So I have to do like maybe something like take a shot or fucking like like twerk or something stupid, bro. But yeah.
Oh wait,
I never paid no fucking women either. Like I only paid one girl to be on my live and shit. They're like, well, no, I'm sorry, on the interview I give it like 100 mil and shit, fool. And that was like 4 years ago and shit. But that was the only girl. Like I genuinely find girls interesting. Like they want to like do like the videos, bro. Like one video I did with the Venezuelan girl at the park. I don't know, Travel Squad. You seen the video? Like you could tell it's Parquilletes. She works there as a waiter. And like I told her, she asked me what I did at the time. I was like, I do YouTube sometimes and I do interviews. Like, oh, you're gonna do an interview with me? Like she volunteered herself. So I was like, all right, Bennett. She was cool, and and towards the end, I'm not gonna be a motherfucker, bro. And I give her 50 mils. Like, here, man, here's 50 mils, $10, but that's what they make in a day. When that means a lot to her. And I was like, all right, you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. But I'm not gonna be a fucking simp and be like, oh, I'm gonna give you like $300. Like, I'm not gonna do that shit, bro. Like, I'll be like, look, bro, you do this for me, I'll scratch your back, and like whatever like they give me, like let's say I get maybe like $40 and shit. Like I'll give the girl like fucking like I'll break her off with like 100 mil. But like, look, bro, I'll give you half. I know Mariana wanted to do it again because afterwards Mariana was like, that was very fun. I want to do it again. But I don't know if she want to do it in the jacuzzi though. But if I could convince her, I'm pretty sure I can. And shit, fool, like you're gonna see some big ass titties, bro.
I'm about to roll out. It's Friday night.
All right, bro. All right, man. Salute. Right, man. Thanks for helping out. But that's the new project, bro. For right now, the next 7 months, I'm focusing on my job, working, buying some investments and shit, and some stocks and dividends and all that shit, bro. Like, I'm gonna get rid of my fucking cell phone and fucking gym for life, bro. Like, if I get these dividends right, fool, like it'll cover like $100 every single month for the rest of my fucking life, bro. Like, just the little shit like that I want to get rid of, guys. And then food, maybe a little bit, some of it as well, even if it's just a few weeks. I'm gonna start doing like that, and yeah, I'm gonna do like I want to focus on doing something sexy but something serious. You know, I don't want to be like these dudes that just like look at her. Like I'm gonna be like, hey, you know what? Like all bullshit aside, so let's talk about safety. Like, how do you stay safe? What do you recommend for guys to like stay safe? Like, there's a lot of druggings. What are your opinion about that? What do you feel like your guy should do when he comes over here? If he's brand new, he's a rookie, he's a veteran. What do you feel like if what do you think something is suspicious based on you? How come you never been drugged? Do you have friends that been drugged? And shit, like fucking. What do you think about the foreigners coming in here in large numbers? Like, I want to do serious talk as well, not just like fuck around. And we did that with the Mariana and shit last time. You know, she had like, you know, she was serious about some of the things that Rod said. So I'm definitely want to do that. Like, I'll have maybe Mariana again on here just because I fucking have to put my ego on the side. I haven't talked to her in months, bro, but I think fucking she'll still come through. So I have Mariana. I know my other best friend there will fucking bring some of her girls and shit. So I could have them like in the jacuzzi as well. And we could just be talking bullshit for like, obviously I can have them for hours because, you know, women are going to get like impatient. So I can just, the most I could offer y'all is maybe like an hour at most and shit. But it depends though too. Like if like people are donating and they're getting money, those definitely stay, you know, like somebody donates like $30 or $40, they might give her an incentive to fucking stay and shit, you know, now, you know?
Yeah.
And so fucking, I'll definitely do that, bro. So I'll have Mariana and a few other girls and shit, dude. But I'll go by like the first month, like how it goes and shit. Like, and I see people actually like it. They fuck with it. It's unique. They like it. You know, hey, you know, it's dope that you have a good looking girl giving us information, bro. I have like one girl that's a homegirl that's a pro, but she's down to earth, bro, and she'll do it as well, man. Like fucking, and her friend's good looking too. Her friend's actually like very famous on fucking Instagram and TikTok. I think her friend has like 400,000 followers, but this girl that I know doesn't have a huge following. She just has like 2,000, but her friend does. Her friend's actually like a tattoo artist, and she's worked with other content creators because I've seen her shit. So fucking, I'll definitely have her too. I think she'll be down if I tell her I give her like a percentage and shit of what I earn and shit. But I might have to lose, bro. Like this is gonna be my way of getting back to the world. And it's kind of like how McDonald's put advertising and they lose money and shit, but then they gain it back and shit. Well, I might have to do that. Yeah. But I feel like the first month is gonna let me know what people really rock with it. And then if I see like people fuck with it, they'd be like, man, it's unique, bro. Like fuck. I promoted on the passport group pages, like, hey, I did a live last week. I'm gonna do another one. It's called Jacuzzi Talks. And then people fuck with it, bro. It gets popular, I'll do it, bro. But it depends though. Like I said, like the girls are based on like the money. They're very money oriented women over there, bro. So if somebody gives her $20, she might decide to stay another 30 minutes or even another hour, bro. But it's based on incentives, you know. Yeah. Based on my incentives as well, and as well as the women and shit. I'm never gonna eat back, but I will say that I'll bring like a quality that hasn't been done for y'all, and something that y'all would like to see. Like, who doesn't want to see a girl in the bikini talk about fucking lifestyle and shit in the country? Not just in Colombia, but any country in general, you know. Yeah. And I haven't seen no guy do that. I would love to see that shit, bro. And shit, hell, even if she's a pro and she's down to earth and she's talking good shit, for like people want to see that, bro. So I think that's a fucking good thing and shit. So I'll definitely do one like every weekend for 3 weeks and see how after the third week I'll do my like assertion and be like, all right, you know what, it went well. I got like 1,000 views or like I got $100. So I'll do 2 per week now. And shit, bro. I'll hit it up. Because then that's the thing, though. You gotta take care of the girls and shit, bro. You don't have to simp and give them like $500. Fuck that. But just give the bitch like $50 or something and shit. Like she'll tell her friend like, hey, you know, I did this, you know, podcast, you know, like, do you want to jump on? And like if the friend's good looking, like I'm not gonna bring no mama feas, guys. I could promise you that, bro. And shit. Maybe my best friend's not the best looking one, but she's lesbian. She's the one that brings the girls, so we have to make an exception for her. And this is something I told to her face that she's ugly. I don't give a fuck. And I don't give a fuck. But hey, she's lesbian. She brings the girl. She does the work for me. I don't have to go out there and get numbers. So fuck that shit, bro. If somebody brings you dinner every single night, fool, and you don't have to go pay for it, you're gonna fucking bitch about it? No. So I'll ask Juliana and she'll do it, fool. Ah, man, she has a girlfriend, but her girlfriend's good looking, but she's kind of like chubby. So man, I'm not gonna do that. But I know that her friends are good looking. She showed me pictures of her friends the other day, and they're fucking good looking. So I could get her friends, bro, and they get some bread, fool. Like I said, they make only $10 a day. So if somebody gives them like $50, fool, they'll give them to come back again, and they'll bring more friends. Obviously, the jacuzzi is small and it can only fit 3 girls, but I'll make it work. I've had girls there. Like I think the most I've ever had was 3 girls in there. But anyways, I'll have like 3 girls on there. And just be talking shit, just be drinking and shit, fool. Just be like talking about like, you know, nightlife, dating, safety and shit. Just talking shit, fool. But I think it'd be interesting, guys, because I don't see any other persons doing something like that. So to me, I kind of want to like change the channel. I could do interviews all day long, guys. I could go down the street and fucking talk about, but I want to do something that's unique. Fool. I don't want to just put a camera on a girl's face anymore. I've done that, been there. I want to do something unique, and I think this is something different for me. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to do this for a while, guys. It's going to be maybe like 8 months down the road, but it's something I'm going to get doing whenever I do get to Colombia and shit. Fool. So I could promise you, I'll jump on it as soon as I get there and shit, dude. That shit, dude.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll be seeing it when I'm out on the ship.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be a minute. This guys, it's gonna be a minute. It's not gonna happen next month. It's gonna be maybe 8 months or longer because I got shit to do in Mexico, bro, and I got the World Cup coming up. So that once I get rid of the World Cup, then I'm free to go anywhere I want and shit, bro. But I'll definitely be doing that shit in Colombia, and if it hits big and shit, well, I'll definitely stay in Colombia longer. Like my plans to go was just for like 1 month, but if the channel, if it's receptive to the audience and people finding unique, people like with it, people fuck with it, bro, then fucking for sure, bro, I could jump it up and stay another month and shit, bro. That shit, bro.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, I'm gonna end the live. And do you have any final words, bro?
Nah, man, just I'll just be looking forward to the next live. I'm just gonna be, this next coming year or by the end of the year, I'm just gonna be strictly working.
Yeah,
Just working. Yeah, I'm gonna be working, sailing. I'll be traveling while I'm working as well. It depends. I think it's gonna be several months of deployment, but if it's all of 2026, then that might be the case. And hopefully by the end of that year or the following year, I make my way back to Paraguay and get some business wrapped up with my residency and all that. So, but yeah, just I'll be tuned in when it goes down.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait for the fucking jacuzzi late night talks, guys. Remember, I'm the one that brought it up for watch. I bet you, like, if it becomes good, I know motherfuckers are gonna copy and shit. Like, oh, I gotta do this. So, nah. But you know what? I'm not gonna talk shit about other content creators, but I will say everybody has their own unique style, bro. But what I say, like, I just think the quality of the women that I'm seeing so far, I used to think the girls I used to have on camera weren't that good, but from what I seen the last like year and a half, I'm like, fuck that. But I want to have some decent girls. If this shit goes off like I wanted to, and I could get the girls that I want on this motherfucker, bro, like, whoo, Poppy. But it just like I said, like it just depends on like what you give the girl. Like if the girl has incentives and shit, she might do 2 hours, she might do 3 hours and shit, bro.
Yeah.
But anyways, though, thanks for hopping on. And my next live will probably be like next month. I want to talk about like the World Cup if I get the tickets. So I won't be doing a live for in a few weeks, but I'm busy at work and shit. I'm tired, but I'll definitely do a live if I get the tickets for the World Cup and talk about like why people should go to Mexico instead of the States for the World Cup. Because I know the stadiums that over here, when I've gone to football games, they stop selling alcohol at halftime, so that's gay. That's not gonna happen in Mexico, bro. Fuck that shit.
Yeah,
bro.
Oh yeah. No, and then the tickets are probably like
even if you're not into soccer, guys, there's gonna be women from all over y'all realize that, right? There's gonna be girls from fucking Europe, from Asia, from Latin America going to these games, and people are like avoiding America. They'd rather go to fucking Mexico now because of what's going on.
I was gonna say that. Well, the US right now, if the way it's gonna continue on, if it keeps getting hostile with tourists and stuff like that, you're probably gonna see, because Mexico they let all kinds of people in for the most part. So you're gonna have
I'll tell you this, guys, like even if you don't have tickets to go watch the game, and even if you don't want to waste that money, I understand, bro, that's not your thing. They have like every stadium's gonna have like the big TV screens on the side. Like I think FIFA always does that, I think, right? Like for the world. So bro, it's gonna be like going to a carnival festival with women from all over the world, guys.
And then it's in 3 of the biggest cities that
dude, host. Like, bro, especially Guadalajara, bro. Like Guadalajara has a great nightlife. Mexicans are gonna be drinking their fucking asses off for those 3 weeks, bro. They're gonna be fucking women, like beautiful fucking women from Guadalajara. They're beautiful women from Colombia are gonna be there. Beautiful women from Brazil are gonna be there. Ecuador is gonna be in the World Cup. I don't know. You know what? I don't know if Colombia is gonna make it. They have to win the next 2 games, and they're not gonna make the World Cup. But I know Brazil, Argentina, and Ecuador qualified already. But I don't know if they're gonna be playing in the States or playing in Mexico. But either way, you're gonna have a lot of beautiful women from many countries, man. And I'm telling you right now, I've never been
Yeah.
to a World Cup, but I know there's gonna be hotties, bro. Actually, so guys, like, let's cross our fingers and hope that Colombia gets games in Mexico, and let's cross our fingers and let's hope that Colombia, Brazil, and Ecuador and Argentina gets the games in Mexico, because god damn, there's gonna be some badass bitches, bro. And I can't fucking wait, bro. All right, bro. But thanks for pulling up, and good luck with your job, bro. I know that you're gonna have some adventures especially when you go to port to port, bro.
Yeah, man. Hopefully, I'm gonna get more active on my own channel. I just gotta get new equipment before I
Yeah, you
do
should
get
think
a
about
shit
the
date.
glasses though, bro, because you could like like film like stuff like more naturally instead of the camera and shit, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna see, because I used a DJI,
Mm.
but I'm gonna see if I get an action camera with DJI, like something more portable, and then just kind of something that's more easier to use for all kinds of for more like active stuff, if I'm walking, working, go like traveling, all that stuff. So,
Yeah.
but I got
I might also do sorry to cut you off. I might also do like fucking raffle, like depending on how many tickets I get. I'm gonna try to get like 2 tickets in Guadalajara for me and my cousin, but I'm gonna see if I know it's the limit's 4, but I'm gonna see my best if I could get 4 tickets and I raffle like 2 of them. Like I might do like a live just before the World Cup, guys, and I might just do like a raffle, like fucking starting bet is like $25, or I don't know. I'll probably make it more, because if cheap motherfuckers don't want to donate, I have to make it like at least $50. I'm trying to get my money back, right? So if I could get like maybe like 2 tickets for like the Mexico team for Guadalajara and shit, well, maybe I'll raffle it and shit, you guys. Depending on how many people want to like put in, though, like it'd be a good thing, because like let's say the tickets are like $600. I think they're gonna be maybe like $250 each. So maybe like I might do like $50 a raffle.
yeah,
So maybe there's like I have to have at least like 10 people so I could get my money back. But if you win and shit, the thing is that you'll be getting 2 tickets that are $500 for the price of $50. So I think that sounds pretty good, man.
yeah,
But I'll let people know. I'll do like a post, like maybe like a month before the World Cup starts, or even, no, I have to do a little bit further out because people have to prepare. But
yeah.
maybe, but like if I get the tickets September and I get 4 tickets, maybe by like December, I'll let you know what I want to do. If I want to raffle the 2 tickets and shit, dude. But Tone, yeah, Guadalajara has good looking women, the best looking women in Mexico. So I guarantee you, like if you go there, you're gonna have a fucking amazing time, bro. And plus, you have a whole year to prepare for it, bro. Like it's in what Mexico plays in 2 cities. They play in Mexico City twice, and then they play in. I'm talking about the Mexican team. They play in Guadalajara 1 game. But you could go anyways. There are going to be other teams playing in Guadalajara. I think Guadalajara is going to have like 3 games. So,
And I think Monterrey.
yeah, Monterrey is also, but the best looking women are also in fucking JDL. So that's what I'm telling you. Like I think JDL is a smaller city, it's safer. Nightlife is great. Food is fucking fantastic, bro. So you're gonna get like 3 birds with 1 stone: women, nightlife, and great food, bro. And then fucking like meet people and shit, bro.
Yeah.
So I think I'll do that. Like I'll raffle my fucking tickets and shit, bro. Like maybe 2 of them. Be like, hey, I'd have like a $50 raffle on PayPal, but I'll have to wait until I get like at least 10 people or more to do the raffle. Like I won't get people's money unless I get like 10 people that are confirmed, and I'll be like, all right, well then I'll do the raffle and shit, bro.
Yeah.
But and then you could come with me and shit, because I think the person that buys the ticket. Does it have to be the one? No. I think you could resell it. If he was letting people to resell it, but they're only allowing to resell like in the FIFA. You have to make a FIFA account and you have to use your email. So I would have to resell it to you, and fucking I would just like not sell it to the person that wants it and shit. Like I get your email and shit when I just like, give it to you and shit like that after the raffle, bro. I'm gonna do that. I have to do the raffle maybe for the World Cup if I get tickets, and I also do like the jacuzzi. Like after the Mexico shit, I'll probably go straight to Colombia to like see if I could pick up the channel a little bit and see if the project works. Worst case scenario, I waste a month of my life, no big deal. But I think it should, because who doesn't want to see a girl in the bikini, right? So,
right, yeah,
right, bro. But good night, bro, and good night to everybody. And I hope that y'all ready for the next year. Well, half the next year, because it's gonna be a minute before I do this shit, right? But I got some big things coming off after the World Cup, guys. But have a good night, guys. Have a safe night.
Night, Luisis.
All right.